Do you think Trunks had gotten any stronger since he came back from the second his second trip when he was like, oh, I don't recognize these androids?
Um, I don't know.
It's hard to say because I was just bringing it up because I was like, it's kind of hard to tell whether or not if Trunks was able to beat them. I just know that Heart Virus Goku couldn't, and Vegeta could beat one, but I don't think he could beat both of them at the same time. So,
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Let me put the Discord link in the
yeah,
description.
yeah.
Okay. Goku Black, what's up? Prince of Destruction. 6-7. What's going on? What's going on? Also Crimson, let me ping you where we could put our stuff, like scans and all that.
Okay.
People have a hard time finding this, but when you make chats, so there's like a chat text thread that you could use.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What's up, Goku Black? Okay. People are pouring in little by little.
Where is it being streamed at? To like YouTube or something?
Yeah, to my channel.
Oh, okay. Is this like the third time I've been on your channel?
Well, the first time for this channel, but I think there was probably 3 other times for
Yeah,
the same podcast.
the same podcast. Yeah.
Okay. I guess we could get started now if you want.
All right, cool. So like, yeah, I was asking you if your premise is based on you saying that he's stronger than that in the TV special. He's stronger than his android, so he should be strong enough to defeat his to defeat 19 and 20 in the anime, right? Is that the premise that you're basing this on?
Well, it would be that Gohan would be stronger than 19 and 20 would be the premise, but I will use scaling for how he performed in the TV special to basically facilitate that, but it would be more like future Gohan is stronger than 19 and 20 is what it would be.
Okay, so you're saying that he's like above Heart Virus Goku and he's above Vegeta.
Well, he doesn't have to necessarily be above Vegeta, but above Heart Virus Goku, yeah.
Okay. Well, I bring in Vegeta because even though Vegeta smacked the shit out of 19 and he was stronger than Goku, he still was not so strong that he could beat them both. And it sounds like you're saying Gohan could do that and Vegeta can't do that.
Well, I would argue the only reason that Vegeta wouldn't have been able to is because he let 19 drain his energy considerably, which is why he was too weak. But if he didn't do that, he should have been able to beat them both.
Yeah, but he did that and ripped the devices off, and that's when he used his Big Bang. But he didn't fire off any Ki blasts before that because he saw the fight with Goku. And especially if you don't know anything about them, and you probably will give off a ki blast. And you know that, and with Heart Virus Goku, when he threw out that first Kamehameha, that's when the fight turned 180. So, and I'm not even necessarily saying that he'll lose all of his ki from one ki blast, but using a Kamehameha against 19, if you don't know that he can absorb energy, would be enough to turn the tides. It made 19 way stronger than he was, but when he first fought Goku. So I'm just like, I just don't see him beating both of them. Even if I grant him getting past Trunks and future and current timeline Goku, if I just grant him all that, I just know that he's not above Vegeta. So
well,
I just don't see him not being it. I mean, getting, especially if he doesn't know about it, I don't see him getting past the energy absorption. And I also think it's questionable that he's really stronger than his timeline androids. I think he's probably close to one, close to being on par with one, but I just didn't see him being. I know you showed me a couple scans that said that he was stronger, but I just didn't see it. That's all I'm saying.
okay, so a lot of things to go over there. So the first thing is that I just want to reiterate because I don't know if it was passed over or not, but Vegeta would have been able to beat both of them if he didn't let himself get absorbed by Android 19, or not absorbed,
Mm-hmm.
but let his energy get drained because he did allow him to
Yeah,
drain his energy purposely.
yeah, and
So I
but
just want to
also yeah,
just
but
put
like
that
he was
out.
all. I was saying that he was getting his energy drained, but he was also betting on his on him not letting go of the energy drain. He was betting because he was gonna rip his arms off. Like he was letting him do it, but he was trying to rip his arms off.
I mean, yeah, as a
Like he was
result of getting
betting,
absorbed,
yeah,
but he or not
right. But he
absorbed,
was
but
betting,
stolen.
yeah. But he gambled that he could rip his arms off faster than he could drain his energy.
Right. But that doesn't necessarily change what I'm saying because what I'm saying is basically that Vegeta was so much stronger than 19 and 20 that um it doesn't really like so Vegeta can't fight Jiro after 19, but the reason he can't do that is because he allowed himself to get his energy drained, is what I'm trying to say. But if Vegeta didn't get his
We
energy
know that.
drained and he were to fight him or fight both of them at full power, he would be able to beat both of them. And there's
Could
plenty of
he
evidence
kill
for
them
it.
both? Could he kill them both with a big bang, but without getting his ki absorbed? Because I know that Vegeta is a smart fighter, and he's going to take that advantage away before he starts pulling out his bigger weapons.
I'm suggesting he doesn't even really he wouldn't need like to use Key Blast to beat them. He could just beat them with his hands.
Um, that's assuming he couldn't get if he were to fight both of them, assuming he wouldn't get off guarded or wouldn't get his ki absorbed in some other way.
Well, I don't see how he would get his key absorber if he's just so much above them. This also, by the way, isn't like when I pitched this scenario, it wasn't that they would fight Gohan at the same time. It was like more so like Gohan is stronger than both of them. And if he were to fight both of them, more so individually, he would beat them. But even if I were to make it more like a jumping thing or however,
Well,
again, when
I was
talking
looking at
about
it like I was
uh-huh.
looking at it like Gohan in Goku's place.
Sure,
That's what I
yeah,
was thinking.
yeah, sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we're on the same accord with that. But getting back to like this Vegeta instance, if Vegeta didn't allow
Mm.
himself to be drained by 19, he could have beat 19 and Jiro after them. And I think there's a plethora of evidence that would suggest not only will Vegeta be stronger than them, but also faster and able to evade any type of actual, energy draining rather than like the one that he just allowed himself to be drained specifically.
Well, I'm not disputing that Vegeta could beat the shit out of either of them at full strength. Like, of course he can, but I'm just saying that if Vegeta, like if factoring in getting your energy drained, and I think Vegeta watched the fight already, and he's a better fighter than Gohan if they're at the same level. Let's just say so. Like, it'd be less likely that he would get caught, but it'd be more likely for Gohan, I think, that something could happen to him. I mean, look, he's already been killed by questionably lesser android. So I'm like,
Okay.
I think it like so like so. I just know that he's not at Vegeta's level at this point. At the end of his life, he didn't reach the level Vegeta reached in the main timeline. So
Well,
like, and I'm
possibly
saying
not.
so
But that's
yeah.
not necessarily what I'm trying to establish with Vegeta's strength is that Gohan doesn't have to be as strong as Vegeta to do what Vegeta did because Vegeta was insanely stronger than 19 and 20. So earlier you were phrasing it as if like, okay, Gohan's not stronger than Vegeta, therefore he can't do what Vegeta did. But what I'm implying here is that you don't have to be as strong as Vegeta to do what Vegeta did because Vegeta was so much stronger than 19 and 20 that Gohan, for example, would be able to be weaker than Vegeta but still stronger than them. And then I'd go further to like explain why that would be. But that was my purpose in establishing how much stronger Vegeta is than them because he doesn't actually have to be Vegeta's strength to win. What's up, Lilo? By
Okay.
the way. Yep.
Okay, yeah, this side of the debate makes way more sense than the text because the text debate was just more confusing. But yeah, but I also like so when we were talking about when we were talking about how he in the future timeline he said that he was still he was still working on being as strong as Goku. Whether or not he got there by the time that he died is up in the air. Well, not really up in the air. I don't think Goku could beat any of those androids in the future. So, but also like we kind of agreed that the progression of the main timeline characters is further along than the Z fighters of Trunks' timeline. So, well, and then on top of the androids being weaker overall, I just don't see how the power that you see there is close to whatever Goku got to in 3 years of hard training as a Super Saiyan. Because like, and I get what you're saying with you don't have to be as strong as Vegeta to do what Vegeta did, because Piccolo wasn't as strong as Vegeta, and Gohan
Correct.
could be Piccolo level, but could be so.
Okay.
But
So there's a few things you
yeah.
said. The first thing would be, I guess we can talk about the whole Gohan not reaching Goku's strength thing, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like I was saying prior, the thing with that statement, and since we're talking about anime future Gohan, right? It's important to
Yeah.
understand that that was stated um, way before Gohan's demise, right? It was actually even before we see Gohan fight the androids in the special. Like, of course, he fought them prior to that, but it was early in the special. I think even in the first 10 minutes or something like that, where Gohan makes
Yeah.
that statement. Now, there's a few ways you can interpret it, but if I were to grant he was talking about strength, the first thing that's important to note is that, again, that's not Yardrat Goku that would be compared here. It would be like 2.5 year after Yardrat Goku, because I believe Goku died 6 months prior to the android showing up of the heart virus. I believe so,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah. Yeah. I think
it
he
would
did.
be like a 2.5 year stronger Goku than Yardrat Goku. Now, how much strength you think that is debatable, but the point would be like it's not
Unquantifiable.
right
It's
unquantifiable.
just
But
yeah.
the point would
It's
be that it's
somewhere
not
between
Yardrat Goku,
Yardrat and Heart Virus. It's somewhere between that.
right? Something like that, right? So it
Yeah.
would be like in the beginning of the special, sure, future Gohan isn't as strong as 2.5 year time skip yard drag Goku. However, I would argue that as the special goes on, and there are time skips because this all isn't happening in like a day or something. And I could
Mm-hmm.
provide like, the needed detail for that if needed.
If
But like,
I believe it's over the course of a year because Trunks was like pretty young.
right.
When
Yeah. So
yeah.
like that would be mentioned then. Then when Trunks fights Android 17, and is shown to be on par with him in their fight. And then later on, when he fights both of them at the same time and dies later, these are different instances. So what I would argue is that even if you wanted to say that that's where Gohan would be at that time, I would say he got stronger as the special went on. So that wouldn't be a very viable way to, let's say, downscale him to say like, okay, you're here. So here means that you'd be weaker than 19 and 20. And, you know, there was other things you mentioned too, but that was the first thing that stood out. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay. So like hypothetically, if let's just say hypothetically that 19 and 20 get their hands on Bulma's time machine. They show up in Gohan's time, and when Trunks hasn't turned Super Saiyan yet, is he taking care of them?
It depends because Trunks didn't turn Super Saiyan until after Gohan died. But I guess
Right.
if you mean like let's say you did it, let's say you swapped 19 and 20 with 17 and 18 when they fought together, right? When Gohan and Trunks were together, I would say Gohan would
Yeah,
take care of them, yeah.
you think so? So you
Yeah.
think that the androids are stronger than them?
The future androids being stronger than 19 and 20, yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yep.
I think they're pretty much the same thing, but well, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to quantify.
Well, I think we can get into that. I think
Yeah, we could get,
we can get into that. So
but and also
uh,
this performance here with Gohan and the androids. Do we want to pick it apart, or does it not really matter because he ends up dying anyways?
I mean, I think we can get into it, but before we do that, I think establishing the strength of the like what we just did, that little mini versus battle, like the future androids versus 19 and 20 is pretty important. And I think we
Yeah.
should go over that. So you said that you think they're the same. What's the reason you think that?
Um, because well, I mean, like it's to me, I feel like it's just kind of heavily implied that it had the Z fighters been prepared, they would have stood a chance against the future androids. But and this time they did, and they were prepared. And on top of that, when Toriyama made this storyline, these were supposed to be the androids he was talking about. Until the editor said, "No, these bad guys suck. Make different bad guys." Like so. I'm like, so I just assumed that they're pretty much the same.
Well,
In,
if you use
and
that
out of
logic though,
universe
to be
context, in and
fair,
out of universe context, they're pretty much just the same.
even in out of universe context though, the special slash chapter was made after 19 and 20 already debuted and around the time that Android 17 and 18 as a concept was conceptualized. So like you can't really say that the future androids that we see when they fight would be 19 and 20 because 17 and 18 were already made before that. So this would be 17 and 18, right? Even out
No,
of
I'm saying
universe.
no. I'm saying out of universe when Trunks was talking about the androids and 20 and 19 debuted. Those are the androids that he was talking about. But then it was in the middle of that process, he said the editor said, "No, make different bad guys. These
No,
bad
I'm
guys
aware of what
suck."
you're saying, but what I'm trying to say
Yeah,
is despite that story being told, when we actually see them, like I don't know if you want to like you'd say it would be a retcon or whatever, but like when we see them, it's not 19 and 20. It is 17 and 18. So it was changed later on in the special and in the chapter in the manga to be 17 and
yeah.
18 and for them to be the final androids that were, you know, that I would argue is stronger. And I have some scaling for that. But even out of universe, though, I would say that it wouldn't necessarily line up that way because it was changed. So,
Well,
so when
well,
Trunks was first saying it,
no,
sure. But later on, it's clearly not that, that's not the case. So.
no. Of course they changed it because they didn't want these bad guys. But what I'm basically saying is like like, I kind of felt like they served as a stand-in for what would happen had the Z fighters prepared for the androids.
Um,
If that makes sense. Does that make any sense?
I mean, I get why you think that. Sure, yeah. I
Yeah.
do want to
So like,
also note though that Trunks does mention 19 and 20, technically speaking, in the future Trunks timeline. He does mention them even in the beginning, and then as 17 and 18 as different. Like when he tells a story, he says that. Well, I paraphrase, so I'm gonna get the scan while I'm talking about it.
yeah,
But
because
paraphrasing,
I
he
don't
basically
remember that.
says that like Dr. Gero had. Well, actually, I'll just get the scan because I don't want to paraphrase it wrong. But he does mention
Yeah,
19 and 20, just not like that. I believe. Just one sec, let me get it.
'cause I'm pretty sure when he saw 19's head, he said, "I've never seen that thing ever in my life."
No, true. He never seen them. Even then, he didn't see them, but he mentioned them existing. and then just disappearing or something like that. But I'll get it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not. I'm trying to keep things like in canon and in universe and all that for my arguments. But I'm just saying that the reason why I kind of thought that they were the same was just because they served as a stand-in for what would happen had they been prepared.
I can understand why you would feel that way. I would disagree, just in terms of how I viewed it, but I can understand it. But I'll just get this for you, just for like just to see it, and like, oh, you probably didn't see it, or it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Just a sec. Okay. In the meanwhile, while I'm getting this, you did so.
And
This is the reason why you'd say they were even, or you were just kind of just like giving some lore before you went into the scaling, actually.
that was like kind of like my betting for it, but it was also going to lead into with the special like how much power Gohan had at that point. Because the thing was, I was trying to bring it up in the anime when Trunks said that he was also somewhat even with the androids, but but I couldn't find it in Japanese. It's hard to fucking find the original broadcast. I don't know why. But
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure even if it went into Japanese, he'd say the same thing, but in so many words. That he was still like roughly on par with them, but these androids are way stronger. Type of deal.
Well,
And I'm like,
Trunks says that specific thing
yeah,
you're talking about. He says that the androids are stronger than him, just not by this much. So he does say that they are
yeah,
stronger, just that it wouldn't be to the
and then
degree of the present.
yeah, but he was saying because he was also telling Goku that the problem is that it's 2-on-1. That's his that there's not enough of them to fight them. That's what he was telling Goku.
Wait, what do you mean?
Hold on. I'm talking because we were just talking about the anime. So I was like,
Yeah.
we weren't using the manga. So
No,
I was
even in
like,
the anime and the manga, though. Also, by the way, I sent you the
yeah, but,
scan, and that's a manga,
you
but he
know,
says that also in the anime. It's just easier to
okay.
get the manga version. But that right there is what I was talking about. Like he mentions 19 and 20, but then he just says randomly they were like, they were killed somehow or intended to be killing machines, but they rebelled and ending up killing Dr. Gero. And then with them all gone, it was just kind of like a weird segue. But he did mention 19 and 20 in the future. They do
So wait,
exist,
hold
but
on. He's saying in this scan that in the future timeline, 19 and 20
were intended to
killed
be the ultimate
Jiro.
killing machines, right? But they
Mhm,
ended up
yeah,
rebelling. With
and
them all
rebelling.
gone, all that remains are the artificial humans who delight in slaughter and destruction, which is 17 and 18 he's referring to. But he does mention 19 and 20 there. Like it was a
Bruh,
thing in
that
someone.
hold on, because if he's mentioning 19 and 20 here, and then he's saying that this is 17, 18.
Well, it doesn't
we
contradict. It's just basically what he's saying is that like okay, so he's telling you the history, and he's like,
yeah,
in the beginning there were these two androids that rebelled against Jiro. They killed Jiro, and they were supposed to be the killing machines, whatever.
but they rebelled against Jiro,
Right, and ended up
and then
killing and the man who gave him life. And with them all
so,
gone, it's like a weird segue. Then he goes after that. All
so
that
he's pretty
remains are the
much saying
artificial.
that the future timeline 19 and 20 killed Jiro, and because in the main timeline 20 is Jiro. So there's
Right.
some other android we don't see who kills Jiro, and then I guess they were nice or whatever, and then 17, 18 kill them, and then they kill everybody else because there's no Goku.
That's what it would be if you based everything off of like when it was first coming out and out of universe stuff. Because well, what I'm saying, I don't know if it was unclear for a second, but right there, that 19 and 20 is I guess intended to be maybe 17 and 18, but then later on it changes. So it's like if we
Yeah,
use the beginning of the outer universe stuff or whatever, it's weird, right? Because it's
yeah, I know.
like, and then it changes, and then later they're called 19 or not 19, 17 and 18, and it's almost as if Trunks is like, yeah, that's what they were all along. It's them, but he doesn't call them that here. So it's like it's just weird. I was just saying to use the outer stuff. Either way,
Yeah.
that's what that was about. But back to the thing you said before that, Trunks mentioned after losing to the androids in the present, in the anime, he says that they were stronger than him, but not by this much. That's the difference that he makes between the androids. Not that he could beat them or that he would be able to, but that they were just stronger than him anyway. These ones are
Yeah,
just
but he
way
also
stronger than them.
yeah,
Is what I was saying.
yeah. Okay, okay. You don't mind using English dubs for this? It's just easier to access.
I mean, I definitely do because you probably didn't say it.
I know you have a problem with it,
Not even
but
just me, but like
it's just
most debaters, because the
it's
thing
just
is, like, it's
it's
not a
for
proper translation.
simplicity's sake. It's simplicity's sake because it's almost saying the same shit in different words.
Not
It's
Crimson. Like sometimes it's literally just wrong, bro. Like it's not even that it's English versus Japanese. It's like something will be said in the English, and then it's nothing that was said in the Japanese. Like the translation system is not good. It's just not a good way to like to get
Okay,
scans, to
well,
judge them, anything.
okay, well, how about this? If you can't find it in Japanese, can you at least substantiate with the manga? Because in this particular point, the manga and the anime are like 1 to 1 at this particular
I mean, I'd
point.
have to look into it, but I'll look at that at least.
Okay,
But I need something. Where let me see.
okay. Yeah, so hold. I'm gonna see if I can find at least a manga scan of
Sure.
when, yeah, when Trunks is telling Goku, "Oh, it's hard fighting these guys because it's 2 against 1," or some shit like that, or some stupid shit like that. It
I mean,
doesn't
even
really
if he
matter.
did say
Yeah.
that though, that doesn't necessarily that wouldn't like put them on the same level as 19 and 20 though. It's just kind of like saying they're troublesome when they are jumping. That doesn't mean that they wouldn't be individually. Because like I said, even before that, he says that they were stronger than him anyway. So it's like eh, that type of scan doesn't say I can beat them individually. They're just too much when they jump me. It's more so saying they're troublesome, and even more so because there's two of them, basically. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't necessarily mean
Yeah.
that he could beat them, even if you were to
Yeah,
get the skin.
yeah, and I'm like I'm trying to find it in the manga too. 'Cause I remember in the anime when Trunks said after losing to the androids, but it wasn't like immediately after. It was like it was when I'm pretty sure it was like on the airplane when they were explaining time travel to Krillin,
Uh
not
huh.
time travel, timeline, parallel universe, dimension hopping, whatever.
Yeah,
But
I
he
know what
was
you're talking
saying
about.
like yeah, and he was saying, and I think he was saying something along the lines of something I did and this time may have made this timeline different because the androids I fought, we are like still somewhat evenly matched with them, but these androids are on a completely different level.
Yeah, I don't know about the evenly matched part, and I'm pretty sure
I
that's not a
remember,
Japanese thing. Like that'd be like a Funimation choice to just, you
yeah,
know.
I
So
remember hearing it when I was watching it on TV. And so I'm just like,
mhm.
because I mean, like I saw the TV special on TV. I didn't live in Japan. God damn it.
I mean, no, but
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying though.
but 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 yeah, it was like, but just going off of that,
Well, I would put that
I'm gonna
into
see if I can
question.
find it.
But yeah, if you could
Yeah,
find something or substantiate, then we can move off of there.
yeah,
But while you're doing that,
but yeah, but I don't
mhm,
think it. But yeah, but like I said, I think at the end it doesn't really matter because whether you're talking about future Trunks during Frieza or Gohan at that time, none of these niggas can beat the androids, and uh, so it's like even if these guys, so if I'm saying so neither whoever you're talking about, Gohan then and Trunks at this point, neither of them can beat the androids. So it can beat the future androids, and I'm saying that if these androids serve as a stand-in for them, for if the Z fighters actually prepared for them, then then what's it called? If that's the case, they cannot defeat them either. Okay,
okay, so
I got that out.
yeah,
My
so
words are jumbled up for a minute.
the first thing we'll talk about Gohan versus the androids like later because I have a lot to say about that. Actually, funny enough, but in terms of
Yeah,
this particular situation,
Yeah,
I
because I'm
can
like,
I can
whether or not they
substantiate.
scale to each other, they can't beat them. They can't. So it's like whether or not if Trunks is stronger, Gohan
Uh-huh.
stronger, semantics. Neither of them can beat the androids. So
Well, well, well.
How can they beat
I would
19
say
and
that
20 if they
Gohan
can't
didn't
beat
beat
them?
the androids, but not that he couldn't beat them. He just didn't. And at the very least, he would be stronger than one of them, which would be all that's needed to win this debate, in my opinion. Which, firstly, starting off with the fact that I can actually scale the future androids above 19 and 20. I wouldn't say they're comparable, and I wouldn't go, I would like put that into question. Right now, you're trying to find something to, I think it was to substantiate that or something to that degree, but like I'm suggesting
Yeah,
that
well,
no, the future
I
androids
was
are
trying
stronger.
to no, the only thing I was substantiating was that Gohan and Trunks, by the time he met Goku, was relative. But that's all semantics. That doesn't matter because none of those niggas can beat the androids.
Yeah, I would
So,
say Gohan's
like,
stronger than the androids though. He just doesn't beat them.
okay, so if he didn't beat them, he's never beat them. The score
Yeah.
is 100-0.
Yeah,
Why
because
do you
it's not
say he
really
can
judged
beat
on a
them?
scoreboard though, because this is like a what if scenario. So what I'm trying to tell you is that go okay, so this is how the scale would go. The future androids are stronger than 19 and 20, which I'm gonna like provide proof for that in a second. And Gohan's
Yeah,
stronger
sure.
than 17 and 18. So just based off of scaling, yeah, Gohan didn't beat the androids, but I would argue it wasn't because of power that he didn't beat the androids, which I'll also get into. But he didn't win, correct? But Gohan would be stronger than androids that are stronger than the androids we're talking about. So Gohan would beat them, I would argue
I would
definitively.
I
So
would grant
that's how
you
I'm
that
going.
I would grant you that anime one arm Gohan is just as strong as Piccolo was when the android showed up in the main timeline. Because that's kind of
Uh,
where I see him being at. Especially if you're gonna argue that the future androids are stronger.
I mean,
I can grant you he's about as strong as Piccolo
I'm not sure, but
before
okay, if you grant
before
that, then I mean,
fusing.
you're pretty much saying that he would win, then, right?
He could beat one,
Why wouldn't he be able to beat two?
but well, if you're fighting one, another one's draining your energy.
Why would one be draining his energy though? First, I thought that like we established that this would be like how strong can he beat them in 1v1s,
Well, I'd say he was as strong as Piccolo,
right?
but if he doesn't
And
know that he doesn't
yeah,
know that they can absorb energy, then he's more susceptible to it than Piccolo or Vegeta were.
he's more susceptible. I mean,
To getting his
okay.
energy drained.
So first of
If he
all, right,
doesn't, if he
we are
doesn't know, if
establishing
he
this
doesn't
is a
know.
1v1 format, or this is, or right, like we're under that
Well, I thought
understanding.
that this. No. I thought it was like Gohan in Goku's place. If that were
Right, but if it was
if
Gohan in
yeah,
Goku's place, Dr. Gero
then
didn't jump
yeah
in.
he'd
It would
start
be 1v1s, right?
yeah he'd start off fighting 19, and then
Okay,
it's
so
could he not get his
uh
energy drained by either of these niggas at all?
if you swap Gohan with Goku, yes, I would say yes. At least not
Okay,
physically, not like physical drain.
that's really the crux of the debate at this point. That's where it all comes
Well,
down to.
because
If
hear me
he,
out, right?
because look, if I grant you that he's as
Okay.
strong as Piccolo,
Uh-huh.
right,
Sure.
and whether or not he's relative to Trunks doesn't even fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter because neither of them can, or at the very least, neither of them have beaten the androids. So at this
Sure.
point, if they are stronger, I can't imagine it's 2 or 3 times stronger, right? It's only like
I
because
mean, I don't know.
if
I
the
can't quantify that, but
because,
if we use
because
the
no because
scenario you're setting up for me, right?
yeah because no because look
Then
the
I mean,
main androids
I'm
are like
hearing you,
twice
bro.
as strong. Yeah, the main androids are like twice as strong.
Twice
So
as strong as
so
what?
the get as the future androids, so the
No,
main
I
17
can't.
and
I don't agree.
18.
No, we can't.
You don't
First
think
off,
the main 17 and
we
18
can't quantify how much stronger they are. You just said two
because
times,
they
but there's
one
no
shot
two
because they
times.
one
Like,
shot Trunks.
yeah, but how do you get a two times multiplier from a one shot? Where does that come from? You can't
Because
quantify somebody being stronger than somebody unless there's statements or something. Like it could be stronger
well
by
he
a like. It could be as you can one shot somebody and not even be 2 times stronger than them. You know that, right?
Okay, well, they're way stronger than Vegeta, and Vegeta is way stronger than 19.
Yeah.
And 19, at least after he absorbed Goku's energy, is stronger than Goku.
Stronger
So, and
than,
he's
I mean,
after he
that's,
absorbs
I
his
mean, it
energy.
gets weird with that though too, because Goku? I mean, he's getting weaker as the fight's going on. So 19 was stronger than Goku before he even absorbed his energy at a
Well,
certain time.
if he was stronger than Goku, but well, I'm pretty sure Goku was, well, he wasn't doing any damage in 19, so no, it
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah, he looked like shit in that fight. People
And
were
not
trying to
only
tell me he
that,
looked
but
good in
like
that fight.
Dr.
He looked
Gero
like shit.
wasn't even concerned with how strong Goku was. He was just concerned with 19 absorbing energy so that he can stay functioning. Not even that Goku was so
Yeah,
powerful he'd win or anything
yeah.
like that. So no, I would say 19 was
No,
stronger
yeah.
anyway.
I'm glad you said that live because somebody was trying to use that as a counter when it was actually helping my argument. But no, you're right. What's it called? Yeah, so I'm like, if Piccolo wasn't as strong as Goku, because he knew Goku should be stronger than what he was putting out, and and uh and Gohan is like somewhere Piccolo-ish level, because present
Again,
day
I don't
Gohan
believe
is on
that, but
Piccolo's level.
like I'm going based off of the premise. You're granting me that, so I'm going to use that. But I wouldn't just say I don't know if he's as strong as Piccolo. But
I don't know that.
getting
I don't
back
know
to it
that
though,
either.
right?
I'm just trying to make it simpler
Yeah, so
so we can keep
let's just
going.
get back
Yeah.
to the what did you said. If we make Gohan as strong as Piccolo and we replace Gohan with Goku as you
Mhm.
suggested, Gohan would win,
Yeah.
yes, because he would be I mean Piccolo is stronger than the Dr. Gero who absorbed Vegeta's energy and absorbed Piccolo's energy. Piccolo is stronger than that. And Gero was stronger than 19 by the time he fought Piccolo. So Piccolo, or
But what?
Gohan in this case,
But
would be way stronger than either of them, even with energy absorbed. You understand that, right?
okay. Well, then that clearly makes no sense. Even wait. Well, no. That's because Piccolo's
What do you mean?
regeneration. I said
What do you
because
mean his
Gohan's not going to
regeneration?
regenerate because he got his energy absorbed, didn't he?
No, what I'm
And he
trying to
got
say though,
injured.
what I'm
He
trying
got
to say
injured and
is
he got
that
his energy absorbed.
he got injured.
And then he,
What are you talking about?
yeah,
When?
because he let Jiro laser beam him through the
Yeah,
chest.
that's not injury. He faked it. He didn't get injured. That didn't hurt at all.
Well, I thought it's because he could recover from it and then play dead.
No, he
Because
played
it
dead
went
and
through him.
acted like he got hurt because he wanted to draw out Vegeta. That beam didn't hurt him at all.
It didn't go through him. Am I
I
having a
mean,
fuzzy memory right now?
no, definitely didn't go through him. It shot at him, but what I'm saying is that it probably just puffed off him, like it didn't damage him. He faked being hurt, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go back and look at it. I'm being fuzzy on that part exactly. I
The
just
whole
remember
point, like he like
yeah,
faked it
it was.
so
I
that he
know
could draw
it was
Vegeta.
feigning it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but well, what's it called? But because I felt like we had agreed before that he wasn't as strong as Goku after the 3 years of training
Who?
because Gohan,
Gohan. You talking about like Kid
but
Gohan?
no, future Gohan.
I never said future Gohan wasn't it. Wait, what do you mean? Like in the beginning, right? But this is not the Gohan we're
Yeah,
using. We're not using the
yeah.
Gohan
So
that made that statement. We're using the
wait,
Gohan that fought
wait,
against the
hold on.
androids.
No, forget that I even said that. I don't even know why I
Okay.
said that. What I was trying to say was, what I was trying to get back to is you were saying he could beat the androids, but he didn't. And I'm like,
Right, which is a
okay, well,
different
he's
point
too,
from
well,
this right here, though, because right
yeah,
now
yeah.
we're
So
in
I'm like, because
this.
he's
So let's stay
okay.
here if
Because
we
I was,
can.
all right.
Yeah,
So now it's like, could he avoid getting his energy absorbed?
he definitely can. Yes, he is capable of doing it. Since we're
Okay,
putting him on Piccolo's level, and Piccolo is
okay.
stronger than 19 and 20 after absorbing an insane amount of energy from the Z Fighters. Piccolo is way above that version of them. Not even their base version, the
That
absorbed
doesn't even
version.
make sense because that would put him above Vegeta, and Vegeta's
Why
supposed to be
does
the
it have to put
strongest
him
at this
above
point.
Vegeta though? What do you mean?
Because if he's able to one shot 20, because he did beat the shit out of 20,
right? After
and
20 absorbed his
after
energy and Vegeta's energy.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Because then he should be stronger than 19,
Yeah,
but
he is.
19. So if he's stronger than 19 and what's his name and 20 and why is my brain fighting against me right now? Hold on. Okay. So Piccolo beat the shit out of 20
Mm-hmm.
and uh Vegeta beat the shit out of 19. He beats 19, but Piccolo beats 20 after 19 after he absorbed Vegeta and Piccolo's energy.
Right.
So I would make him way stronger than 19.
Correct.
So for Piccolo to do that, he would have to be just as strong or stronger than
No,
Vegeta.
but that's not true though. That's not true. And the reason why it's not true is because you don't know how much energy 19 drained from Vegeta. If he drained more energy from Vegeta than Jiro did, because you got to think Vegeta used a blast to draw Jiro out. He didn't obviously use like his full power
And
or probably even
and
half, and Jiro absorbed
it
that,
wasn't
right?
an attacking blast. It wasn't a
No, it
blast
wasn't. It was
attacking.
just to draw him out. So Jiro absorbs
Yeah.
that, and then he absorbs Piccolo. But you don't know how much energy that is that Jiro absorbed. I would say it's a good amount, but you could say that 19 drained more from Vegeta than Jiro was able to absorb from those two encounters because of the fact that Vegeta was stated to not have been able to win. That's how much energy he drained from him. And on top of that, Vegeta also went Super Saiyan power down, and then he'd have to turn Super Saiyan again. And the strain from Super Saiyan, as we know, the longer you fight in it, the weaker it makes you. Right? We become aware of that
Right.
as the arc progresses. So Piccolo doesn't have to be stronger than Vegeta. If anything, that just goes to show you how strong Vegeta really was. But you don't get to see that because he's playing around and he's letting himself be absorbed by 19 or drained. So like that's just how strong Vegeta was, which is what I was saying earlier, which is that Vegeta is so much stronger than 19 and 20. Gohan doesn't have to be Vegeta level to win. If anything, like we're talking about, he can just be Piccolo
He could
level
be
and he'll
Piccolo
win.
level.
Same way.
All right. I see what you're saying. See, this makes way more sense than the text debate did. The text debate didn't make any sense.
Well, higher form of communication.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it called? So I see your point to that. Like if I grant him Piccolo level in the anime,
Right.
it's just really frustrating because when in the manga, it's just clearly not the case.
Yeah, I
But
wouldn't have
then in
argued
the
for manga. See,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
different. I wouldn't do that.
But no, what the TV special grants him Piccolo scaling. You can put that in your next Majin Bird video.
I mean, I made one about the topic we're arguing about, funny enough, and I basically mentioned everything that I'm talking about right now.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was just basing it like I just didn't see how he could beat these guys based off of what I said with them being stand-ins for the future androids, and I'm like, well, Goku's not getting it done, and you need to be a nigga like Vegeta to get it done, and you need to have this much training to get it done, and this nigga didn't do that, and he got killed by these niggas, then wouldn't make any sense to me that he would
I
be able
mean,
to
to be
beat these
fair, Gohan
guys.
trained for like over 10 years, so I think that's enough. If anything, you people would argue more so that he should be way above everybody, considering that he was like,
Yeah,
you know, like
I mean, how could he? What are his options? I remember what is it called? You can open this up if you want to now, but you pretty much got it. So I think this is the
okay.
second time you got me.
Well, before that, let's talk about the Android thing because I think it's just interesting. The whole Gohan losing to the androids, right? Because I actually believe, and what I am working on is a future Gohan video because I believe people downplay him a lot because of the manga.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's even stronger than people give him credit for in the manga. But I'll get into that in the video. But just talking about the
Oh,
special,
we
right?
can. Okay,
Um,
so you think he can beat them, the future androids? Because you said he could, but he
mm,
didn't.
yes,
That's
in
what
the
you told
anime,
me.
in the special, I believe that Gohan had the power to beat both the androids, but he didn't for reasons that have less to do with his strength and more to do with the practicality of his situation.
Okay, well, is it possible that you could stream the footage?
I mean, no, that would be No, Crimson, it's not possible. Just listen to what I'm saying, right? You have this, so
Okay.
you can watch, right? But it's like
Yeah,
this. So
we both have the footage. We can look at the footage.
yeah, I got mine on Crunchyroll. Just
All right.
pull it up. But so it's like this, right? Uh, one of the reasons I would say Gohan lost to the androids is because
Hmm.
uh and it shows it better when you're watching, but like when he's fighting with one arm, it's much harder for him to fight that way. And you could argue that he may not be the most experienced in fighting that way since he's had two arms for his entire life. And when he's fighting them, there's a lot of times where he goes to block instinctually, but because he doesn't have an arm there, he just gets like hit or something, right? So it's like
Yeah.
there's like that
Well,
imbalance, which is one of the small
here's
things, not a big thing, but that's just one of the
yeah,
things,
yeah.
right?
Because I
For
was gonna
me,
say like, his people, in other debates about future Gohan in general, not in particular this, but in other stuff, people
mhm.
say that one arm Gohan is so much more superior to two arms Gohan, and I'm just like, okay, well, if that's the case, you can't use one arm as an excuse. That's not a good enough excuse if he's so much stronger. If he's way stronger than he's ever been now.
I mean, I would say he is, but the problem is like if you put one arm Gohan against two arm Gohan, I think one arm Gohan wins. But the problem in this fight is that these androids are very powerful compared to him. So like Gohan compared to himself, he would win easily. But when you're comparing to the androids, it's like just this arm thing is gonna play a factor because he's getting jumped. If it was a 1v1 situation, it would be different. I would say that he like if it was 17 versus him with one arm, he would beat him. But it's the fact that it's two of
Okay.
them and the way that they're fighting him in synchronage is like the arm thing is to his detriment. But that's not even the biggest thing. That's just one of the things, right? There's that.
Yeah.
The other thing though is that Gohan has Super Saiyan. So his energy is draining as the fight is going on the entire time. He's not able to fight them at his maximum for the entire time. Like as we know with Super Saiyan, the first grade, it
I
drains.
mean, shit. That's anybody. It's a fucking fight.
No, that's true. But Super
Yeah.
Saiyan even more so though. Like Super Saiyan
Yeah.
drains more than the base form, right? And he doesn't have
Yeah.
it mastered and everything. So if you notice, he's fighting them, and in the beginning he's like dominating them. But then as the fight continues on, it becomes more even, and then he eventually loses. And I'm saying that him being in Super Saiyan contributes to this, just based off the stuff that we
Okay.
already know, right? That's one of the bigger
Uh huh.
components. The other thing is that the androids have infinite energy, right? So while he's
Yep.
getting weaker, they're remaining the same. So it's like they're
Hmm.
able to just launch as many key blasts as they want. They can just continue to assault him without even needing to take a breath. Like, you know what I mean? And
Hmm.
that's also playing into why over time he's losing. Is what I would
Hmm.
say because there's statements saying that Gohan is stronger than the androids, and I think he can be stronger than them and still lose because of the circumstances he's being presented with. Like you have one arm, your energy's draining, they have infinite energy, and there's two of them. And we know in Dragon Ball when two people fight in tandem, especially the way that the androids would be doing it, probably better than most people's synergy, you can beat people who are stronger than you with two weaker fighters. That's a very possible thing. So like Gohan can consistently be stronger than these androids. Obviously, probably not to an insane degree, but be stronger than them, but still lose as a result. And many people, I don't think that concept can't be understood. It's just like he loses, therefore weaker. But like you don't always lose in Dragon Ball because you're weaker than somebody. Like there's a lot of factors that can play into you losing. And I think that there was a
Amen.
lot against Gohan in that final fight, in my opinion.
Amen. The very first volume of Dragon Ball Z, Goku tells his big bro Raditz power isn't everything.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
guess. I mean, that's true when Toriyama wants it to be. But okay, but all right, I hear what you're saying. Um,
Mhm.
so let's start. Okay, what was the first point that you made? You were talking about how not even the first point. I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna go in any particular order. How okay?
Mhm.
So Super Saiyan is draining his energy. They stay the same. He's dominating in the beginning, and then the fight starts dropping off as it's going on. This was my. I was bringing this up in the text debate. This is my problem with that. Is that I noticed that when the fight was going his way in the beginning, right after he slams 18 into the building, and then he knows that they're still gonna get back up from all the damage he did or all the work he put in. And at that moment, he goes into full power at that moment. And then
You're
that's when
saying
they
Gohan
kill
does.
him. Yeah, he
How do
charged
you
up
know
into
that?
full power because he covered himself in his key and there was lightning ever. Dude, he charged up to full
Okay,
power
so
in
you
that moment.
can't
So,
you can't use that as a way to assess when somebody's going in full power because of visual flair, right? Like that would just, if
okay,
anything, I
how
could say
is
that that's him needing to draw upon more power because his Super Saiyan is running low. It's like you tap into reserves at that point. If you want to just play like play visuals, I mean, he
well
needs more
every
energy at
time
this
people
point.
well, I mean, every time people go into full power, they get in their stance, charge up and scream, and their aura covers them up, and they're covered in lightning and all the shit. So I'm like, why wouldn't he be going full
I can't
power at this
necessarily
exact
agree with that
moment?
though either.
So you don't think that he went in full power at that exact moment?
I don't know why Gohan would have ever been holding back. So I wouldn't say at that moment he didn't know. And also, I could give you times where people powered up and their lightning did a lot of flashes and whatever, and they didn't go full power. So that's just like
When?
visual.
Give me one. Just give me one,
Do
and
you
I'll leave it
remember when
alone.
Nappa charged up against Nappa powered
Tien
up and had the lightning
against
going
Tien.
around him and all that, and it was big visual flare, and we didn't see Nappa do that again until like, well, I don't know if he ever even did it again, but like that big lightning,
I
big
mean,
charge up, not using full power. There you go.
that okay. That so if he never did it again, that means he went into full power then, and he's been fighting at full power since until Goku shows up and he fights more focused. But he didn't charge up. He fought more focused against
I
Goku.
don't. I think
So
that there would be, if you say that Nappa used full power at that moment against Tien, I think that would contradict what's said and stated during that fight because I don't have it verbatim, but I'm pretty sure there are instances of Nappa showing more power and like the fight escalating, going in an upwards trend, not like it went up, then it went down, then it went up and down. I'm pretty sure like
I think that's
more power was
exactly
shown
how it
as it
went
went.
because Nappa was playing with them. He wasn't trying to kill them all off rip. In fact, as a matter of fact, I don't think he ever tried to kill anyone except for Piccolo. No, he didn't even try to kill Piccolo. No, yeah, they all killed themselves. He didn't. No, he didn't kill
I
anybody.
mean, he did kill them, but I get what you mean.
They killed
Not Chaozu. He didn't
themselves.
kill Chaozu, but he definitely killed Tien.
Tien killed himself.
I mean, he was gonna die anyway. Like, so I get. I mean,
So
I guess it depends. He did kill
they
Piccolo
all
though.
killed.
He definitely killed Piccolo.
Piccolo killed himself too. He should have
I
just
mean,
grabbed
that's like no, that's Nappa's blast, bro. He killed him. He definitely killed him.
Gohan. Well, he definitely wasn't trying to.
No, he wasn't. I mean, I guess not in that moment, but he was going to kill them all. Like that was the plan. But regardless of that, though, what I'm trying
Well,
to
he
say is
wasn't
that
trying to. They said, "Why did you do that? Now he can't use the Dragon Balls. You fucking dumbass!" Like, oh, my bad. Guess I might as well just kill Kakarot.
no.
Son.
Even before that, he said, "Look, there's Namekians that have Dragon Balls. You can kill them. We don't need to prevent them. What's it called them anymore? That sounds like TFS, which you just said. But no, Vegeta gave him permission to kill them because they said, you know what, we have Namekians. Like, there's another planet. We can go talk to them. You can kill him now because that's for the whole reason he was stalling with him in the beginning. But then it was like, all right, I can kill him. He didn't try to kill him in that moment, but like there were other times where it was like, all right, the gloves are off now. But again,
Yeah,
that lightning wasn't then. If I think
I
real
don't.
hard, I can give
I
you other
don't think.
instances too.
Yeah, I don't think that he wasn't charging up his full power in that moment because he chopped his arm off with a
You don't? Okay,
punch.
I mean that's ridiculous, but I guess I can give
He
you something
chopped
else.
his arm off with a punch. You don't think that he went to high
I don't
tension
think
in
he
that
needs
moment?
full power to do that. No, because Tien is like
Well,
probably
he
not even 2,000 power level, which is like you
but
know.
he didn't do that against Goku. He didn't charge up like that against Goku, and that's every reason for him to fight all out.
Okay, if he didn't charge up like that against Goku, then you have a hard time saying that. Okay, so you're saying that Nappa used more power against Tien than he used against Goku, even though Goku was stronger than
Absolutely
Tien
not.
and he did better
Absolutely
against.
not.
Okay, so
Absolutely
that's what
not.
I'm saying then. Like, so he
No, what
charged
I
up
no, what I no, what I'm
and like
saying is that no, what I'm saying is that from the beginning of the battle against the Z fighters, he was fighting at full
also, Jackson
power
is
from the
saying he
very.
did charge up against Goku like that, which I'm actually starting to remember. I think it was around the time that he was getting focused or something like that.
Yeah, but when he did the that blast, he nuked that small city with. It
Uh,
doesn't matter. Fucking what I'm saying is that he charges up to full power to fight this battle against the Z fighters, and
Yeah, I don't know about him charging up his full power to fight them though. I don't know about that. That's just like it's like a weird visual like interpretation. I don't know. Like it's like there's no concrete evidence for it, and I don't understand why Nappa would use full power against the Z fighters at any point. I also think it is contradicted. I just don't have statements in front of me to do so. But I don't think he used full power against Tien, and then like I don't think that's supported.
Figured if they already read their power levels, and he won because look I'm saying that he went full power because he chopped his arm off with one punch, but then Tien is blocking his other punches and kicks, so he's just fighting. Starting off at full power, and just like anybody else, they get tired over time, and they probably
yeah, but that's ridiculous. Then, like, so you're saying he's fighting at full power, and Tien is able to fight against Nappa's full power? I mean, it wouldn't go away in 2 seconds, right? Like, it's a weird argument.
No, I'm just saying he's easing up on him as it goes on. Why wouldn't he? Who because I mean, like, look, if I put everything I had into a smash punch. And then, like,
I don't think he's doing that, though, is the thing.
Yeah, but then I eased up into my other punches. So I'm just trying to fucking get another good one in on you. I mean, like, you're not going to put everything you have into every punch. But I'm saying that, but I'm not even saying that he used that he had to go all out to do that to his arm. I'm just saying he charged up to full power so he can get ready to fight. He didn't like half-ass or suppress it or anything. And then he started beating everybody's ass. And then when it got to the point when Goku was here, he was like, he just kept fighting from where he was. Like, I don't remember.
Okay, so what about when Cell like fought against Goku and he like did the whole power up, chargy, flashy aura thing, and it wasn't full power? What about that?
Well, he specifically stated and proved that he has more in the tank. He just matched
right,
Goku.
but that doesn't help your argument because your argument is like
we know when Goku did that, he went into full power.
I mean, at the time, we didn't know Cell didn't do that. But my point to you is that you are basing your full power analysis off flashy flash. And I'm giving you moments of flashy flash and it's not full power. So I'm trying to like, you understand? It doesn't matter if he has more. That goes against you. That would have to be, you're basically saying then, okay, when they do that, that doesn't mean they're at full power then. So then going back to the Gohan thing,
but
it's like just because you're flashing. It was
full power.
Sure, but my point is that it doesn't have to mean full power, and I feel like that's proven.
So unless they scream in the air, "I'm going all out," then it's not their full power.
Unless it's stated, or you have like I don't know, maybe there's like reasonable probability. Maybe you could try to establish that, but like I don't. Just because you see flash aura, that does not mean full power. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like that's not required.
Okay, so whenever they do, whenever they do it, at least in the manga, it's an indication of them, going all out final form.
Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But we're not really talking about manga though.
No, because look, his Trunks, he had no aura at all when he killed Frieza and King Cold because he wasn't trying, or he was doing it very casually.
He had no aura. Let me just check that real quick.
Go ahead, check it.
But I mean, it doesn't really matter because this is manga versus anime talk now. At this point, we're talking about the anime special, and then you're bringing up like manga or.
No, but I'm just saying that, like, because look, if he didn't do it before when he first jumped into the fight, and the fight was going his way, but then now when he charges up his energy for more power, then the fight stops going his way.
Yeah, but that doesn't even make sense given your example because so you're saying that. Somehow when he did better was before he charged, but he charged to full power. How does that make sense?
What I'm basically getting at was that that the fight never got serious.
Also, Trunks did have aura in the manga, and I'll just show you against Frieza.
Send it.
That's one, and then two. Again, this is just like weird visual scaling. It's just not how that works. Charging aura doesn't mean full power at all. And there's no reason for Gohan to be holding back at any point fighting the androids ever. He wants to kill them. So like, you'd have to establish a reasonable reason why he would even do that, and I don't think there is one.
Hold on, send me the scan.
Yeah, there.
All right, cool. I
Or
didn't because I remember debating this at one point about the sword having ki, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. There's no ki around the sword. And I was just like, I was pretty sure he had no ki around him either.
key around the sword is funny.
Yeah. No, because people are all like, you can charge ki into animate objects. No, you can't. Stop saying that. Like, what the fuck? But yeah. But anyways, so yeah. Now let's getting into the actual fight itself. Well, after he makes it. Oh yeah, about he could beat the androids. Um, I think also the fact that he trusted in Trunks to be the one to do it. He knew he couldn't beat the androids, even with his new Zenkai.
You talking about Trunks?
No, I'm talking about Gohan. Because look, Gohan said in a couple of years you'll have the power to defeat the androids, and then he went to go die.
Right. So what are you
And
saying?
yeah, so I'm saying that because he was trusting in Trunks to be the one to defeat them, he
Mm-hmm.
knew he couldn't beat them. And you're saying he could, but I think he knew he couldn't. He did everything he could in that fight,
Well,
and it
no,
just
no, no,
didn't.
no,
It
no.
didn't
We're,
happen.
we're talking about. I said he's stronger than them, not that he could beat them. That's two different things.
I thought that's what because you said he could, but he didn't.
I'm saying he wasn't able to. Like he possesses the power to beat the androids, but it's about more than just power, as we were talking about. And Trunks later learns that it's like, okay, you have to go beyond the Super Saiyan. There was more that he had to do, which he did, and then eventually he was able to beat them. But like what I'm trying to say is that even though Gohan had the power to beat the androids, like he was strong enough, he wasn't going to, and he couldn't. I'll tell you why I mentioned. Because it's not just about
But
strength.
then, well, if we're going off of well, you just said that he has to go beyond Super Saiyan and all these things. Well, if he's and Trunks, he killed them as a grade 4, right? So like
I would assume
he
so.
was grade 4. Yeah, he was grade 4 Super Saiyan when he killed them. So if you need more than grade 1, that's all that future Gohan had, and you're saying you need more than that to kill the androids. Then how does he have the power to kill them?
You're talking about grade
He's
1
like,
versus grade 4, bro. That's a big difference.
that's exactly what I'm saying. You just said you need more than grade 1 to beat them, and he doesn't have that. He
Gohan
doesn't
needed
have
more.
can.
Exactly, which is
Yeah, he
why I'm
doesn't.
telling you he
He,
lost because of
he,
other factors. That's not just they're stronger than him. He couldn't win. He's stronger than him. That's what I'm saying.
whether if it's future or present, neither of those niggas are gonna future or present androids. Neither of those niggas are gonna lose to a grade 1 Super Saiyan.
I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Then you're
that's what
saying
I'm
that he
saying.
didn't have enough power to win.
No, no, no. Okay, one more time, right? Gohan
Okay,
is
one more
stronger than both of the androids. We got that?
with grade 1.
Correct.
With grade 1.
Yes.
Okay.
However, because of grade 1's inefficiency, he was not going to be able to beat them, especially both of them at the same time. Now, if it was a 1v1, I would say Gohan would beat them individually. He would. But in that situation right there, he was not going to win no matter what. Because,
All right. So
yeah, you get it? You know what I'm saying?
okay, so are you saying that he was in a similar situation to Vegeta against 18, but with 17 stepping in?
Not exactly, because Vegeta wasn't going to beat 18 and Vegeta was nowhere near as strong as 18.
No, definitely not. I thought you were going to be one of those people who said that they were relative, and
No, no,
you
definitely
just
not.
gassed
No.
him out like, no, 18 definitely kicked this fucking ass.
Yeah, and I mean, she was suppressed to a degree that we later. It's like, okay, if you say that Vegeta is as strong as the androids, he just lost his stamina. You're basically saying Vegeta is as strong as Kami Piccolo, and that's just insane. That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah. That's I'm just glad you weren't gonna.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But what were we talking about again? We were talking about something.
I mean, Gohan didn't beat them, but he's stronger than them. We're talking about that.
Right. Yeah. So you're saying he's strong enough to beat one of the future androids one-on-one.
Yep.
But because there's two of them, he can't beat them. But and so, well, why is this situation? Let's just say, wait, do you think two-arm Gohan is just as strong as 17 in this special? I don't
There's a
think
case. You
so,
can make the
but
case. Yeah, you can make a case.
yeah, I don't think so. But if you think so, I was like, well, let's just like just going off of that. I'm
Yeah.
like, what would make this situation any different
He's
than
getting
the
jumped.
Ginyu situation? Than different than the Ginyu situation, because Goku is stronger than all of them, and
So
he had
here's the
no
difference.
problem with their
You
tandem
don't know
attacks.
by how much stronger Gohan is versus Goku and them. You know how much stronger Goku is than them, but you don't know with Gohan. So that would be the first thing. You wouldn't be able to swap the scenarios because you don't have the exact, you know what I mean? The quantifiers. You can't say by how much somebody's stronger, which matters when you're talking about getting jumped, etc. and so on. The other thing though, too,
Yeah,
even if we did make all of their base stats the same, even though they're not, once again, Gohan has factors playing against him because he has grade 1 Super Saiyan and he's fighting against people who have infinite energy. So while he's getting weaker, they're staying the same. So he has a disadvantages that would prohibit him regardless, which makes it different than the Raccoon and Jay scenario because that's not the same. You understand?
and no, I understand that, and then that was leading into my other point is like the the damage he was able to do that he's dealt. Like, so he proved that he could overpower them in that beam clash, but the end result, that damage wasn't good enough. And then the punches he lands, he's not slowing these guys down at all. So I'm just trying. So I'm failing because like when you see when Trunks, when he had grade 4 and he lands on 18, big difference, right? So it's like when he's landing on 18 here, he's not slowing her down or stopping her in her tracks or anything. And on top, and the other thing, like we're talking about when he's dominating them in the beginning, like the first thing he does is create a smoke screen and then an energy shield, then he blocks a punch and then gets dropped. And I'm like, dude, he's literally on the back foot trying to get away from these guys. I don't know what you mean by he's dominating them.
He's on the back foot. Are we talking about the first fight with 2 arms or what?
One arm. So
Okay,
when
so
the fight starts, and then so first of all, he lands
Okay.
this sneak attack on 17, and
Yeah, we're not counting
17. No. Look, he lands a sneak attack, and 17 says, "My body isn't as no." He says, "My clothes are not as durable as my body. I only have 4 extra pairs of the same outfit." Or something like that. So he's like not even hurt by an off guard
that's not
attack.
the impressive attack though. And there's no
Yeah,
there
okay.
wouldn't be anything to say Gohan at that point would have been putting all into his kick or something. But when you watch the fight, I
Right,
mean,
so
Gohan overpowers both of their ki blasts while they're working together. He overpowers.
in the beam clash. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
get.
wins that.
I'm like, is it?
He also
is
beats them
is
individually.
Yeah,
Like he slams 18. He like swats 17, whatever. I forget what he did to 17 or something. But like he he has displays in that fight of overpowering both of them despite them jumping. Like you see.
okay, hold
right?
on. I'm about to pull it up on YouTube. You should pull it up too, so we can look at the same time. So we can.
Yeah, if I
So
want to get
you can
like
see what
clipped
I'm.
or something.
Yeah. Hold up.
Basically, like no,
Gohan.
like they're gonna.
No, don't play it on the stream. I'm saying just like you could pull up on like some other separate.
I know how the fight went. I mean, I hear
Yeah.
what you're
Okay.
talking about, but what I'm trying to tell you is like, this is what I'm trying to say. Gohan has factors that's going against him. As the fight's going on, it's gonna get worse. Is my point. It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
But in the
And
beginning,
but
he overpowers them, and he does like when you're watching the fight, Gohan is dominant against them for the majority of the fight. It's not until the end that he loses, and I would argue not because he isn't stronger in the beginning, but at this point he wouldn't be stronger because his energy is draining and they're remaining the same. So he's losing. Like he's gonna lose as it goes on, is what I'm trying to say. The same thing that would have been Piccolo's fate with 17 or whatever. It's like you're strong and everything, but like, you know, you're gonna get weaker, and I'm gonna just stay the same. So you're gonna lose by default. That's what I'm trying to say. Gohan lost by. So it's gonna get worse.
So Gohan goes into the fight knowing it's a losing fight. He knew he was gonna
Pretty
die.
much, yeah. I mean, it was an
Yeah,
emotional decision. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
he knew he was gonna die, and he trusted that Trunks would find the power to defeat the androids within a couple years.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because he believed Trunks would get strong enough because he was already impressed by him in his base form.
Sure. I don't. I mean, sure. Yeah.
I know I got the scan. He was impressed by his base form key. He was close to Super Saiyan, and he was like, his
Yeah,
key's
I guess. Like,
impressive.
sure.
Yeah, he's definitely
It's
the
not
son of
really a lot to
Vegeta.
compare him to, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, so like, but no, but he's basically so he's saying based off of that even without his help, he had faith that Trunks would eventually beat them,
Right, and he did.
and he definitely wasn't counting on a time machine.
I mean, he wasn't counting on a time machine, but he wasn't counting on anything. He was just hoping. It was like, Trunks, you're strong. I believe one day you'll win, and he was right. Simple as
Yeah,
that. Like, he did win eventually.
yeah, yeah. So basically, he knew he could not beat them,
Correct.
right? And you're saying we know he can't beat them because he's gonna the power he needs to match them is fleeting, and he's got one arm, and he's getting jumped, and there's nothing he can do. This is than that. Okay.
Correct.
And and I'm like, but it's like because like my whole issue is he is on the back foot. He starts off with the smoke screen, he flies away, they chase him, then he makes an energy shield, and then they start clipping him, and then when he starts to get over on them, right? It's the key he's overpowering the in the beam struggle, but it's like and that's my whole problem is like he's not doing enough damage to make a difference or to change the momentum is what I'm saying.
I mean, he
Like
can't win, so it's like there's
no,
no
of course he no,
situation where, you know.
of course he can't win. But I'm like, he's not like, cause like the fight is getting like it starts off his way and it's getting worse for him, but he's not changing the momentum at all with the damage.
He
And
can't change the momentum, though, is my point. He can't win. So, like, when you're trying to establish win conditions and, like, it getting better, it's not going to get better. It's going to be a way in the beginning, and then it's going to get worse from that. There aren't going to be the better peak moments that we're talking about would be the two things that you just mentioned. Number one, the fact that Gohan was able to create an energy shield that blocked key attacks from the androids that they're using at full power, by the way, as they were stated to be using their full power. That's already
yeah,
insane because when you get into like the Daizenshuu talks about certain things like this, like force fields, like the one that Cell used and 17 used, you have to be at least, I believe, twice as strong, it was stated, as the blast you're defending against to actually defend against it. So the fact that Gohan, one,
yeah,
is
for it
even
to
able
work.
to create a force shield, that is impressive. And he's able to block blasts from both of the androids that are using their full power. That's already showing you the dominance. Then later, when he
Yeah, I'm
overpowers
giving
both
him
of
his.
them working
I'm giving
together,
him his. Yeah, I'm
that's
giving
the
him his.
proof, right?
No, I'm giving him his flowers. But you're saying that he's stronger than
I
them,
mean, that's two indications of him being stronger,
yeah,
right
right,
there.
and he can beat them. But
No,
with
he
everything
can't
that we
beat
just
them.
talked,
He can't beat
yeah,
them.
no, he can't beat them. But with everything, he would lose the 1v1 anyways.
No, he wouldn't lose the 1v1. Now you're talking about a different thing.
Why wouldn't he if he didn't do enough damage to change the fight? Not
Again,
change the fight.
he's
I mean,
getting
he
jumped. Are
swing
you
it
trying to
one more.
compare like him getting
No, he
jumped to
blasted
individually?
both of
That
them
doesn't
with
make any sense.
he blasted both of them with in a beam struggle, and then they just got back up and they just looked at him crazy.
He
Like,
got back up because they have infinite energy. But again, I mean, Crimson, what are you not understanding? It's a 2v1. How can you compare that to a 1v1? He had to put out enough power to overpower both of them. If it was just one person, he wouldn't have to put out the same amount of power. Like, you have to take everything he's doing and divide it by two. It's not going to go out the same. Like, we've seen what happened when he was fighting them even weaker than that individually. He was beating 17 and 18 felt the need to jump in and jump him. So it's like he
so
already showed what you want to show
she
before that.
jumped in as soon as he landed one punch. Like, it's not like
I mean,
he
he
was
landed more than
then
one punch, so I don't know about
he
that.
landed one punch and one kick.
How many
So
does he need? 17 was bleeding after that. Have you seen him bleed before?
I mean, he was piecing up Gohan right before that. He was beating
Piecing him up?
He was
I mean, that
yeah.
doesn't matter though. That doesn't matter.
So no, what I'm basically saying is the fight was just was shifting in momentum. It wasn't like he was winning and deciding the fight at that point. He even
Well, he
said,
was
"Don't
winning at
interfere."
that point, and he was stated to be winning. And he was shifting the
By
momentum from. I
Trunks,
mean, you're
by
basically telling me
Trunks.
that he was doing that. If he was getting pieced in the beginning, then he went from getting pieced to 18 thinking that 17 requires her help. He's very clearly shifting the momentum. Even
He
17
said
mentioned like what's up with him today?
he
Like he's
said
crazy, basically.
he no, he said don't interfere 18,
I
and
mean, he said
18
more than that,
said,
but yes, that
and
was his point.
no, that's all he said. Don't interfere 18, and 18 said don't be sour grapes.
I mean, yeah, but what are you
What?
trying to say? Like, my point is that 18 felt the need
What
to
I'm
help
trying
him
to say.
because in the
No, she
beginning
didn't.
she
She just
wasn't
wanted to
supposed to
get.
fight.
She just wanted to get in on it because she's fucking evil.
Right, you
That's
can
what the
say that, but
Japanese
that's
version
just
was
your
saying.
assessment of that's
That's
not
what
what
the
was stated.
The Japanese version, because in the Japanese version, he's saying, like, stop butting in, like, don't get into this, and she's saying, don't be sour grapes,
Okay, yeah, but what you're not
what the.
understanding is that it was supposed to be a 1v1 and she felt the need to jump in. Whatever reason you want to put for that, she once again helped 17 and jumped in because he was losing before that happened, is what I'm trying to say to you objectively without
I
I
don't
don't know
think that
whatever
he
you're
needs
saying.
to be losing for her to want to jump in, is what I'm saying. Because
I mean, that's
when they were
consistent
fighting,
if you want to
because
that
when
would be
yeah, because when
consistent.
they no, because when they were fighting Trunks, Trunks barely grazed her with the sword, and 17 jumped in.
Okay, but what does that have to do with this scenario though? Trunks was clearly losing
No, no,
regardless.
no, no. Well, that's what I'm
Gohan wasn't
saying.
losing before that. So it's a different
No, that's
scenario.
what I'm. No. That's exactly what I'm saying. They don't need to. The androids don't need to see their twin losing to jump in. They'll jump in
Yeah, I'm
as
not
soon as
saying
you
that though.
almost
That's
touch
not what I'm
them.
saying. What I'm
Yeah,
saying
as
is
soon
they're
as you
two
touch
different
them, they're
situations
jumping
because you're
in.
comparing. It would be like if I said, Crimson, let's fight, me and you, one on one, and then we start fighting, and then when you start losing, somebody comes in and helps you. That's different than if I just start fighting you. We don't there's no declaration of it to be an individual match, right? I just start fighting you. I'm already losing the fight, and then someone comes in and then starts beating me up. That's not the same thing. I don't know. You're trying to compare
It
it.
was actually in the Japanese version. It wasn't even a declaration of a 1v1. She said,
Uh-huh.
18, take care of them quickly so we can go play. She didn't. She said them, like get rid of both of them so we can go.
Okay,
So we can go
so
play.
18 thought that 17 on his own would be able to handle them. So then he goes to do that. But it's very clear that he's not able to do that. So she jumps in to help him because he was losing. Like he actually was. This is objective thing. This is not like he was losing. So then 18 comes in, steps in, and then they start winning after that. My point to you is to say that, like, if you're going to compare that to the Trunks version, not only wasn't it like a you handle them and then you decide to change your mind, which would be weird if you thought that he could do it on his own. But regardless of that, Trunks wasn't winning in no way at no point, and there was never like a you handle them and then I decide to come in because I feel this or whatever. It's just not the same scenario. It's like handle them, but then you come in to help him because he's clearly getting handled himself, actually. And if you want to do the little visual cues like you like to do, 18 seemed like she was having a
Right.
good time until she seen and heard the explosions in the background of 17 getting like mopped on the floor, and then she comes out of nowhere to jump him. So it's like either way, you'd have to admit that she felt whatever she said prior and what was decided about 17 doing it on his own, she felt the need to join in. Regardless, you'd have to say that that's what happened. So it's
That
like
she felt
if you
it.
think it or
That she
not, like,
felt
you know.
that she felt the need to jump. I mean, because what I'm saying is that they don't have to be losing for them to jump you. They'll jump you no matter what. They'll jump you as soon as you almost touch them.
Nah, I
Like
mean, I don't know about
and
that.
then no, because you're saying that because you're saying Trunks isn't a comparable scenario, but that's exactly my point. You don't have to be actually almost killing them or fading them for them to want to jump you. They'll do it
I
no
mean,
matter
there's
what,
four
because that's just
instances of that,
that's
though. If
how
you
they
want to get
fight.
into
Like
that,
that's
no,
no,
that's not true. That's not
that
true.
is how they fight.
That's not true, though. That's just not true.
They don't fight as a pair.
I can give you four
They don't
different
have
instances of what you're saying that
they
goes
don't
against what you're saying.
wait they don't so they're telling me that they have these rehearsed coordinated attacks because they don't fight as a pair.
What I'm saying to you is your statement about saying that they don't have to jump unless they're feeling pressured isn't true. And I can give you times they didn't jump and they also weren't pressured, and it's consistent with what I'm saying to you.
I
Four
think
different
we're saying the
instances, by the
same
way.
thing. Okay, hold
No,
on.
no, no. We're not saying the same.
I think we're. I'm saying that they do not need to feel pressure to jump. They don't need to feel pressure to jump you. They'll jump you regardless. They'll
Okay,
jump you
yeah,
for the faintest bit of
sure.
momentum.
I don't know what the
That's what
reason
I'm
would be.
saying.
I can't put all the reasons like you would without being able to provide evidence. But what I would say to you is that I can give you instances of the same because what you're trying to do is you're comparing two different scenarios. You're just comparing getting jumped versus not. But what I'm trying to tell you is number one, there's multiple fights you need to look at. And what I'm saying is they jumped Gohan here because they felt the need to. And I can give you times where they didn't jump because they didn't feel the need. When you throw the Trunks scenario in, what I would tell you that one's the outlier. Trunks was already losing, and he was gonna lose regardless, so it didn't matter, right?
If it didn't
And they were
matter, then
toying with
why
him.
would 17 jump in? There's no reason. You could have just let 18 kill him.
I mean, what do you mean? Because of what you just said. Sometimes they'll do it when they don't need to. They'll just play around.
But that's what I'm saying. So you're telling me that I'm wrong.
I am telling you you're wrong because I'm saying that just because that's true, that doesn't mean it's true here. They jumped Gohan because they needed to, not because they could have just did it on their own. Because clearly he couldn't do it on his own, is what I'm trying to tell you. Like the difference in the scenario is Trunks wasn't winning, so who cares? Gohan was winning, so it gives more of a precedence to jumping.
No, it's not because it sounds like if she said take care of them, which means like Gohan was doing enough to where he probably couldn't take Trunks and Gohan.
No, because Trunks didn't fight. So like, what do you mean?
Of course he didn't fight. She thought that he was going to take care of both of them. She wasn't even paying
and he
attention
wasn't
to the
even
fight.
able to take care of Gohan. So yeah, that would mean I need to help. But what you can't say?
Well, he was
like,
still fighting Gohan. She interrupted
and losing.
The fight.
He was losing to Gohan, and she helped him.
How,
That's what actually happened.
17 was winning way more of that fight than Gohan was. Gohan got he got a little bit of momentum. He landed 2 punches.
He landed enough for 18 to feel the need to jump in, is what I keep trying to tell you. You keep going past it. Like you're like judging it based on your own fight analysis and not how the story progressed.
I'm saying that she felt the need to jump in because she felt that she couldn't handle both of them.
Okay, but can you prove that?
Maybe yes, because she said take care of them so we can go play. And then as soon as he got clocked,
does she know how strong Trunks is?
I don't think she cares.
Well, she needs to for your scenario to be correct. Because if you're trying to say
she brought him to a battle. She
brought Trunks to a battle.
Gohan brought Trunks to a battle.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is if she doesn't know how strong Trunks is, then your scenario can't make sense because she needs to. No, she needs to basically. No, it does matter because if you're trying to say that, oh, she did that because she didn't think he could take Gohan and the other person. If she doesn't know how strong the other person is, then she wouldn't think that he can't do it. So that doesn't.
She doesn't know how strong anybody is. She can't sense ki, and she doesn't care. She thinks she's stronger than everybody.
Well, if that's the case, then your number one, your whole scenario doesn't work. And then, like I was saying, okay, so you can't sense ki.
Wait, hold on. And you're saying, if you're saying she doesn't know how strong Trunks is.
No.
Does she know how strong Gohan is? She probably didn't even know that he would land a punch. If she doesn't know how strong they are.
I mean, they wouldn't know how strong Gohan is because they fought him throughout the years. They just didn't know how strong he was at that moment.
So
this is why she felt the need to jump in because she doesn't. Okay, because now you're painting a scenario as to why I would be correct. So she doesn't know how strong Gohan is. She just sees 17 losing, which would prompt her to want to jump in because. Hold on. Let me at least finish a sentence at least.
All right? Okay, go all right.
So this is the scenario because now you're saying they can't sense energy and everything. Okay, perfect. So 18 doesn't know how strong Gohan is. She just sees Gohan losing. Or not Gohan losing, 17 losing, and feels the need to jump in based off of how badly 17's losing. She doesn't know if Gohan's at his max, half, anything. She sees him losing and thinks, okay, I need to jump in at this point. What's the counter argument to that?
The counter argument is that if 17 is she says take care of them. She doesn't know how strong either of these people are. All she knows is that she's fought Gohan before. And now Gohan's bringing somebody else to a battle. So she just says, so she never in a million years is going to think that 17 is gonna have any difficulty with both of them because they fought these guys. They fought the Z fighters before.
I don't
So
know about Trunks though. I think Gohan, not
no,
Trunks.
they don't know anything about Trunks, but they don't care. It's not. It's not. Their Trunks isn't a factor. He's just another guy.
Okay, so if he's not a factor, then why does 18 feel the need to jump Gohan?
Because he can't take both of them if he's
But
having
how does
trouble
she
with one.
know exactly having trouble with one? So now that we've admitted that, she jumps in because he's having trouble with Gohan. Yes, that's my point to you.
But that wouldn't mean that 17 can't kill Gohan. That just means he can't kill him and Trunks at the same time.
It wouldn't mean that though, because he's
Hypothetically.
not fighting them at the same time. And 18 hypothetically could take on Trunks while 17 is taking
Yeah,
on Gohan. The reason why that doesn't happen in that way is because
but
he's struggling with
18
Gohan.
no, but 18 did end up
Hold
fighting
on, because you're
Trunks.
getting yeah, but that's not what I'm saying here in this scenario. Because you're trying to make it seem like the reason she jumped in is because she didn't know if he could take on Gohan and Trunks. But once you establish that she doesn't know anything about Trunks and Trunks is a non-factor, what can happen is 18 doesn't need to jump Gohan. She can just simply fight Trunks. But instead of doing that, she jumps Gohan, is what I'm trying to tell you. Because 17 isn't winning his fight. So she helps him. All she has to do at this point is fight Trunks. If she doesn't think he could take on both of them, okay, cool. Just take on Gohan. I'll take on Trunks. No, he's not even winning against Gohan. So let me help you first, then deal with the other one after. What I'm trying to say is the way you're painting the scenario, if that's the case, she doesn't need to jump Gohan then. She can just simply fight Trunks and then 17 take care of Gohan. But no, because
But
he's
then she,
losing that already, is my point to you.
but then she did fight Trunks, and she didn't worry about 17 fighting Trunks and
Yeah,
fighting
but it's
Gohan
over,
back.
but it doesn't matter at
And in
that point
fact,
because
as
he
a
was
matter of
already
fact,
jumped,
she
is what
was
I'm trying
cooking
to tell
him
you.
easily. Yeah, so I'm just like,
I mean, she's
but
cooking Trunks, but Trunks isn't he's not the point of the argument. The point I'm trying to present to you is that she jumped Gohan when she didn't have to, quote unquote, in your opinion, but she did it anyways.
yeah, 17 says don't interfere. He
I mean,
definitely
cool. He
won his
didn't
look
like that, but
back.
that doesn't have any. That's just you can just argue that's pride. That has nothing to do with what we're seeing. He's literally stated to be losing as he's losing on screen. I don't see what's
He's
more
being
clear
stated
than that,
that by Trunks.
right? But Trunks has a fair analysis. So what's your point?
Does he?
Yeah.
I can say he's
Why
just a
wouldn't he?
fucking rookie. He's never seen a fight before.
How do you know he's never seen a fight before?
How many fights has he been in at this point?
He doesn't have to be in
This
a
is the
fight to
first.
see a fight.
How many times has he been to the battlefield?
Exactly.
He only
If
knows
you don't
about.
know,
I
then
mean, he
you
only
can't say
know.
that he hasn't.
So he's never. So you don't know how many times he's been to the battlefield. I'm saying this is the first time he's been to a battle.
Been to a battle has nothing to do with seeing a battle because you're saying that he's biased
Well,
in
where
his
would
battle
he?
assessment. But
Yes,
I'm saying
of
he's not
course.
because
That
we've seen Trunks consistently say what the outcome of the fight is as it's happening. He doesn't like just I don't know, like have some
before
mental
that,
image of just like, oh no, they're winning when they're not winning. Like if he doesn't know, like once he knows what it is, he knows what it is. He's not just saying
I
Gohan's winning when
I
he's not winning. Like that doesn't make any sense. Why would he
I
say that?
think Trunks is. I think Trunks is internally, but is definitely a bias
You got proof for
analysis
that?
because he's Trunks and he's a
Okay, so no
kid and
proof.
he's go.
You're just saying. All right.
So
Baseless
you're
assessment.
saying that because he only landed 2 hits and they're no different than the hits that 17
It's not
landed
about
earlier.
how many hits you land though. It's about how good the hits are. So even if you were
Yeah,
just basing it like
and the
that, Crimson,
quality.
that type of
Yeah, and the
analysis isn't a good
quality.
way to determine.
I am, and the quality of the shots were the same. The
How are they the
fight
same if
was
17 was bleeding and Gohan had no visible damage? How are they the same then?
because he was smacking Gohan through buildings, and Gohan and
That's
17 didn't go through any
again, that's
buildings.
not
He
okay, but
fucking
that doesn't
bounced off a
matter though.
railing.
That's not how you assess fights. Like you could get thrown through something and take less damage than you punching somebody full force. All that would mean is that I hit harder than you
Hold
throw
up.
me through something.
Let me
That's all
double
that.
check these scans to see how much damage Gohan took
I mean, sure.
before he. Let me
You
double
don't know
check.
how much damage he took. What I'm trying to tell you is
How
that
about?
when you look at them visually after they both fought each other, because the way you're looking at it is you're just analyzing it off like, I don't know, just like what you feel. But 17's literally
What I
bleeding
feel.
after Gohan like combos him,
I'm
and
just
Gohan
looking
has
at
no
who.
visual damage. So if you're judging it
I'm just
based off
looking
of
at
like
who's
that, I
landing
mean,
what in each individual
you gotta
instance.
look at the quality, not who's landing what. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So like I see Gohan, he's got spit coming out.
Just look at the ending and who has more damage, who has clearly obtained more damage. Just look at that. Gohan looks like perfectly flawless even after getting hit into that window that he was hit into, where 17 is bleeding and needs to like seemingly wipe the blood from his face after getting punched and kicked twice, as you stated. He took less hits, but still visibly seems more injured, which would substantiate Gohan being stronger. Just saying. You did all that. You threw him through a building. You did all that, and you still took damage enough to the point where you felt like you needed to be getting help, and you were literally bleeding after he punched you in the mouth. So it's like I don't know how you're analyzing it, but
because fucking Piccolo did way more than that. And
what does this have anything to do with Piccolo?
No, I'm saying because way more damage was done to 17 in that moment, and he still
Can
rallied
you prove
back
that
from
though?
that. What you mean when he got comboed in the fucking first round of the fucking fight against Piccolo, and he still came back?
The problem, Crimson, is you be judging stuff off of your visuals and not like definitive proof. It'll be like, this looks like it hurts more, so it hurts more, and it's like
that's not
you
what
can't
I'm
scale
saying.
that way. Then how do you know that he took more damage from Piccolo's punch? First off, you're talking about a different 17, a stronger one, and then a stronger Piccolo. So it's like,
I'm
what do you mean?
Saying I'm not saying it's the same exact person. I'm just saying making it like it's like equivalent 1 to 100. It's equivalent if what's called Piccolo landed way more combos and dropped 17.
Piccolo
over
also
over
didn't get
again.
jumped.
No,
so
that's
you're
not
trying
what
to compare
I'm saying.
scenarios.
No, what I'm saying is he did way more work than Gohan did.
Yeah, but he didn't get jumped, so you're not considering why he might have done more work.
No, you're not listening to me.
I am listening to you, but you're not. I hear you saying he did more work, but you're not like, okay, Gohan could have did the same amount of work. You understand that?
No, that's not what I'm saying, bro. My point is that 17 would still come back in that fight. If you're talking about he's got infinite energy and all this bullshit, then he could still.
I mean, does
come
he? It's
back
not. It's true. It's not. I'm not just saying it. He does have infinite.
No, what I'm basically trying to say is the moment that 18 jumped in, he still could have got his lick back in that fight.
Why could he have did that?
Well, so you're saying that from that point, this is for Gohan, right? He's gonna get killed right then and there.
What are you talking about, 17, Trunks? Or are you talking like who are you talking
No.
About? Hold on.
I'm talking about I'm saying that if 18 didn't jump in, was 17 gonna die? He doesn't need to fucking die for be on the verge of dying for 18 to jump in.
Okay, Crimson, here's the thing. Like, first of all, there was no chance to get any lick back because when he's fighting 17, he now has to help and defend Trunks because Trunks is losing. He's having like a hard carry escort mission. So the scenarios that you keep trying to paint are ones that Gohan isn't able to be in. And regardless if 17 has infinite stamina or not, you can still beat someone who has infinite stamina. The point is just that, like,
when you're talking about, couldn't do it when he was stronger. When he got stronger,
was always stronger. Because he's getting jumped. It's not a 1v1 is what you need to understand. Like, and after 18 jumped in, 17 was fighting Gohan just fine. That's not how it works, though. The Crimson, that's not how the show works, bro.
No,
like,
but
you don't just stronger. It's not how it works.
You told me that he's stronger than both of them, but the only reason why he lost is because they have infinite energy and he has Super Saiyan grade 1. He keeps getting weaker as the fight goes on.
This factors into why that happened, yes. And I also told you if it was a 1v1, though, he would win. Because what you don't understand is he's going against 2 people with infinite stamina. 2 people who were that strong. It's not the same as a 1v1. And the only time he had a 1v1, he was winning, got jumped, then later couldn't even finish the fight because he had to help Trunks because Trunks was losing. At no point was Gohan looking like he was going to die, looking like he was going to lose, any of that when he had a 1v1 chance. Gohan doesn't get this 1v1 chance is my point to you. It's a scenario that never happens. Gohan never gets to fight the androids alone. They always jump him. That's my point.
Okay,
but if he was able to fight them in a 1v1, he would win because you're trying to compare 2 people fighting one person as to why
that's not what I'm win against one person. I'm saying that like, 17 still wanted to fight him 1v1. But
that doesn't matter though. Their
wants. Sour grapes about it.
Why does their emotions matter in the scenario I'm telling you? Why does that matter? It didn't happen.
No, I'm
Like,
telling you that
come on.
that he's still fighting. He could still fight back. It's not like he was gonna be killed right then and
Saying
there.
don't interfere doesn't mean I can fight back and I won't be killed. Do you know what 17 said before he literally got obliterated? Like, are you trying to equate their words to their power or how good they're gonna do? That's not a good
What
way
did
to
he
equate
say
things.
right before he got obliterated? Oh, you couldn't have killed her or some shit like that.
After 18 gets obliterated
He
easily,
says
17
he
still
says
thinks
you
that he can beat Trunks.
he says,
So,
"Oh, you couldn't
what
have."
kind of analysis are you using? Like their words and how they interact. Like you're talking about pride, and like people will say, "I'll never die" right before they die. Like Frieza says, "You'll die by my hand," then dies instantly. It's like, what do you like? What kind of words are you like? Come on,
All I'm
that doesn't
saying
mean
is that
anything, bro.
18 said you're being sour grapes
Yeah,
about
I
me
just don't
jumping
think that
in.
that really matters too much. Like their emotions
Well, I'm
regarding it
saying that
is
she didn't need it as much.
right, which is like you don't have a basis for it. You're just saying she didn't. You know what I mean?
I'm saying that he's like he's not way stronger than him. If he was twice as strong as 17,
He doesn't have to be
then
twice as
he
strong. Why does he have to be? I didn't even say
because
that.
you're saying he would win.
He doesn't
He would
need to be
kill him,
twice
right?
as strong to win, though. Where's this logic coming from? See what I mean? You just like the basis of the way
Because
you're
you're saying if
arguing it.
he's
It doesn't have a
stronger,
basis, bro.
because if he's stronger than both of them,
And then you
then
keep going back to the like. Okay, let's stay
that's
on
my
one thing.
problem. Is that that's
Why
my
does he
problem?
need
Because
to be twice as stronger to
because
win? Let's just answer
because
that question. Can
because
we answer that?
because the reason why, because in my thinking, they're relative. They're not one's way stronger than the other, and because they're relative, the infinite stamina is going to play the factor.
But what does that have to do with? Okay, so you're trying to say that they're gonna win, but Gohan is stronger. Are you at least agreeing to that? Because I'm trying to figure out how that comes into play later, where you're saying, okay,
No,
but
I'm trying. No,
like,
I'm
what do you
saying
mean?
that. No, I'm saying that shouldn't work unless that only works if he's relative to each of them. If he's stronger than both of them, he should be able to kill both of them.
That's not again,
Is
but
what?
no, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. All I'm saying is I think that Gohan is relative to one android
When he has two
because
arms or when he has one arm.
yeah, when he has two arms because
Okay.
yeah, and I'm saying that what the power he has at that point is not enough to kill one android.
Okay, when he has two arms, right?
Yes, that's what
Okay,
we're
but
talking
I
about.
told you that if Gohan fought one of them with that one arm and he didn't have to get jumped, he would have beat one of them, and then it led us here. So do you agree with that then?
That he could kill
One
one
arm
android with one
Gohan
arm?
versus one of the androids. Does Gohan win?
If he can kill them before he runs out of gas, like you
Okay, but
said,
wouldn't that
right?
be in every scenario then? Even if
Because
he
every
has two
scenario,
arms?
you have to keep in mind that he could run out of gas.
Okay, but we're not talking about that, obviously, because if he runs out of gas, he loses. But the point is, does he have the power to win? That's kind of like the point that I'm trying to establish here. It's about power, not about winning. Because, like I said, Gohan wasn't going to beat the androids. That wasn't in the story. It's obvious that this was a setup so that later on they would win through them discovering like things they didn't discover. Gohan was never going to beat the androids, even if he was stronger. But my arguments are always that Gohan is stronger than them. He just can't win. And that's the basis. So again, I ask you,
And then my argument
is
was
that
that if he was stronger, he should be able to win. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
I think that,
but
okay, yeah. The basis of what I'm saying is if
uh,
he's stronger, he should be able to win.
that's just not how that works though. That's like brain dead. Like I'm stronger doesn't mean I win every time. Especially here when you're only stronger for like however long and you have like you know what I mean? Like maybe if it like I said, if it was like he's stronger for the whole duration of the fight and he gets to just fight them at full power, Super Saiyan, whatever, yes, he wins, of course. That's how it works in Dragon Ball. If you're stronger than someone and you can maintain that strength, yes, but he's literally in a scenario that goes against this. Like he's losing power constantly in a way that other people wouldn't be if it was base form or something that's more controlled. He's literally in a draining form fighting against two people. And once again, in Dragon Ball, when two people fight against someone who's stronger than them, they can be stronger. depending on how synchronized or whatever. I can give you a million examples of that. Like you don't, it just doesn't bring deadly work.
I mean, there's
way.
examples of it working, examples of it not working. But
I mean, I would just argue it depends how close in power that the two are to him. So I would say Gohan stronger, but not by the same degree. That's what it would.
Okay, I'll take that. Because that's what I'm trying to say. When I say people are relative,
I wouldn't say they're relative though.
When I say relative, I don't mean that they're dead even. I mean that they're not too far and not too like they're not too far away, but they're not too far behind either.
Yeah, but with this, I'm saying that it's not necessarily
they're like all in the same. I'm like because from what I gathered. Gohan, 17, 18, all three of these people are all in the same ballpark of power.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. We're talking about the end of the special, and that's where we're drawing.
Okay, so that's the basis of what I'm saying. They're all in the same ballpark.
Like, okay, Crimson, you gotta like ignore basic logic.
You're saying
to
Gohan,
say that. You know that.
You're saying Gohan's in a different tier than both of them.
Yes, and it was stated to be. I'm saying it. There's a statement saying it. The fight shows it. The only thing that you're having a problem with is you're like, well, then why don't you win? It's like brain dead. Like, bro, it's not how it works. And he wasn't meant to win in the narrative anyway. And I'm giving you reasons in universe why he wouldn't win, even if he is stronger. I'm giving you the reasons. And you're still just like, but he didn't win though. And it's like, okay, bro.
That's not how it works. But my argument isn't that he isn't, it's that they're relatively in the same tier. You're saying that he's in a completely different universe from these niggas. I'm like, no,
bro,
it's not that big of a gap.
He overpowered them while they were using their full power against him. How do you do that if you're not stronger than them by an insane degree?
How do you die?
I keep telling you that. See what I mean? It keeps going back to the brain dead. You lose though, but you lost. Okay? I can give you many fights that the one guy was stronger than both of them and he lost. And then I'll ask you, how do you lose? Okay, how about the first fight in Dragon Ball Z? Raditz lost.
But he got injured.
And then see how you're explaining it, and then this is what I would do. Now let me tell you why Gohan lost. Okay, then I'll tell you.
There was somebody in there who was stronger than him. He got hit.
There was somebody in there who was stronger than him. That's not why he lost though.
Gohan's power level was higher than Raditz's when he struck him and broke his fucking ribs.
Okay, what's your point? That's not why he lost.
Yes, it is. He got injured.
No, it's not. He lost because he didn't kill Goku and Piccolo in the beginning. That's actually why he lost. Not because Gohan hit him in the ribs. Lost because he was holding back, right?
Well, if he didn't get hit in the ribs, and he would have killed them.
He could have killed them before he got hit in the ribs, Crimson.
He could have killed them the whole time. But
that's what I just said.
When he got hit in the ribs, he definitely wasn't going to kill them, right? He definitely wasn't killing them at that point.
Yeah, but that's not the reason he lost.
For sure not going to kill him then.
Yeah, it's not the reason he lost, though.
So he lost because he didn't win.
He lost because he didn't kill them when he could have killed them. That's why he lost.
And
now when you get into the details, you can do all. No, you're not saying that. That's what I'm saying. And if you were saying that, you wouldn't use Gohan as the reason he lost. You would say he lost because he held back. That's what you would say if you were saying that. And what I'm trying to tell you in this scenario is there's details. I'm giving you why he lost. Number one, but I'm just telling
soundly,
you.
Though. He beat both of them soundly. He beat them both soundly.
No, he didn't.
He beat the shit out of both of them. He just didn't kill them.
He didn't. He didn't kill them, and he didn't beat them to a degree that they couldn't fight anymore. So what's beating them soundly?
And then they grabbed his tail.
Hold on, Crimson, because then you just start going and you just be moving past.
No, I'm going.
No, how did he beat them when they were able to still fight and he didn't kill them? What's beating them? By just having dominant performances.
I said he beat the shit out of them. Like
okay, I heard you saying that, but he did not beat them though. You said he beat them also.
He beat them as in like he had them. He
damaged them. That's all that he did. He damaged them.
Yeah. So and then when they grabbed his tail. They grabbed his tail.
Right. So now you're talking about factors as to why he would lose, even though he's stronger. Then when we go to Gohan, I can tell you why he would lose, even though he's stronger. No, I don't need the play-by-play because then you're getting into the whole story. Just hear what I'm trying to tell you.
And then look,
listen. I don't need the play-by-play. I watched the fight. What I'm telling you is that in Dragon Ball, there are many times someone can be stronger and lose to two people that are weaker. And in the same reason that there's reasons
But you
for that,
threw in
hold
a
on,
third
not finished with the
person who
sentence.
threw with an
Not
attack
finished with
that
the
could
sentence.
actually hurt him.
It doesn't matter. That's not what led to his defeat anyway. So that doesn't matter if it can hurt him or any of that. Just listen to what I'm telling you. Because this is the whole sentence without it being interrupted, which is why there's confusion maybe. You can be stronger and lose to people in Dragon Ball. 1. 2, there will be reasons for it. The same way that you're trying to give me reasons why Raditz lost even though he was stronger, I can give you reasons Gohan lost even though he was stronger too. And stated, by the way. So you're like not going against just logic, but you're going against statements. So he is stronger than them, but he can still lose. Yes, Crimson, it's possible. It's very possible. It makes a lot of sense, actually, when you really think about it.
Okay. Well, does Raditz lose to Goku and Piccolo if he never gets hit by Gohan? If a third person doesn't get involved with the power that's actually stated to be above the bad guy's power?
Like, I don't know.
If they look,
I don't know.
Gohan was a Deus Ex Machina in that fight.
I mean, you can say that and you can paint it like that, but what I'm trying to tell you is that, like, I mean, that doesn't matter though. Like,
because Goku and Vegeta could not fucking harm Raditz on their own. They needed Gohan to stop Piccolo, yes.
But I mean, first of all, the thing that killed Raditz was the special beam cannon, not Gohan. So Gohan's not needed.
He got weakened.
After he got weakened, the special beam cannon was stronger anyways.
He broke his ribs.
Why does that matter though? First of all, listen. If Goku had him in the position where he didn't let go of his tail and Piccolo used the special beam cannon the first time, he would have died. You know that, right?
It's hot. Because they're able to output something. That's
but look how you keep switching the goalposts. First, you're trying to claim that it's Gohan.
No,
and Gohan. Hold on, because that is what you're doing. You said he lost because Gohan weakened him enough to lose to it. Then you just try to switch it very quickly and say, well, actually, the special beam was just stronger than him anyways. So which one is it? Did it need Gohan or was he going to lose anyways? Which one?
They can both be true at the same time.
No, they both can't be true.
Yes, they can, because he couldn't land the special beam cannon without him standing still.
It's not about him, can he land it? It's about would it kill him?
Yeah, it would kill him if he lands
that means Gohan was not needed to kill him then. All that was needed was the special beam cannon to hit him.
They tried to hit him before.
It's not about they tried. They tried to hit him and Goku let him go. That's why. Like,
no,
what do you mean,
he dodged
bro?
it the first. He
dodged it because Goku let go of his tail.
Yes,
not remembering
so he was
the scenario?
able to dodge it. He's able to dodge.
Yes, but it's not about is he able to dodge it. What are you not understanding? He would have died if he couldn't dodge it. Meaning he didn't need to get weakened to die to special beam cannon. Special beam cannon is strong enough to kill him, regardless. If he gets hit by it, he dies. That's a fact.
He needs to be weak. He needs to be weakened to be hit by it.
No, he needed to be weakened for Goku to grab him so he can be hit by it. It's not the same thing.
Otherwise, he wouldn't get hit by it.
I'm not saying that he would get hit. You're not understanding what I'm trying to tell you. The special beam cannon kills Raditz. It's above Raditz. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If he gets hit by Gohan or not. Okay, so then that's the end of the scenario. Because I keep trying to tell you that, and you keep telling me how it would go in a magical story scenario. But that's not.
No, I'm not, dude. I'm telling you what the fuck happened. I'm saying Goku and Vegeta.
I know what happened. I watched the fight. You can't even say his name right. We already got past that. I've seen the fight. I know that already. I don't need to hear if this, if that.
Goku and Piccolo,
we don't need to, how does this help your argument?
You didn't disprove.
They were going to beat him on his own. What do you? Okay, listen. You know the reason why they lost, right? When Goku had him by the tail. The only reason they lost is because he let him go. So stop saying they needed Gohan. You're literally wrong.
They did need Gohan.
Okay, Crimson. You're literally wrong, though. You know that, right? Like, you're actually wrong.
Okay.
They did it. They were literally going to win if Goku didn't let go of his tail. And you're, like, failing to acknowledge that actual fact. They would have killed him if Goku didn't let go of his tail.
I didn't discount it, though. I didn't discount it.
Okay, Crimson. But the minute that you agree they could have won there, you are saying they didn't need Gohan. So what are you talking about? Okay, you're wrong.
You're not factoring in. I'm saying you're not factoring in a third person, though.
Why do I need to factor in a third person that was never needed in the first place?
Because once he let him go, Once
Crimson,
he let him
once you
go,
say that, you're wrong already. Like you're
but I'm
not getting
saying
it.
once he let him go, he wasn't gonna get hit again unless Gohan broke his ribs.
Why does first off you can't even prove that. But why does that matter?
Because he was stomping on Goku's ribs
Why
at
does
that
that
point.
matter?
Because he needed Gohan to weaken him so he could hold him down.
That doesn't matter, Crimson. Is what you're not understanding.
Be-
That's
because I'm
irrelevant.
saying it's more than just two people jumping you, and that's why he couldn't win. It's not the same
But
thing.
Crimson,
There's
you
more
already
going
admitted
on.
they would have won without Gohan, so your point has you don't have a point anymore. You already admitted they would have won.
No, no, they wouldn't because Goku let
Okay,
him
so now
go
you
because he's
just
a
went
dumbass.
against it. Okay, because he's a
Goku,
dumbass. So you're giving reasons why they're losing, but you've already admitted they would have killed him had Goku not let go of his tail. So now you're playing
if he
like
didn't,
what if narrative games instead of understanding the power scaling, which is why probably it's hard for you to accept Gohan stronger than the androids because you keep doing this like narrative analysis. Like, okay, he lost the fight. He was supposed to lose. That doesn't mean he's not stronger than them because he loses. The same way that Goku was supposed to let go of Raditz' tail, that doesn't mean Raditz doesn't die logically if he doesn't. What you're not getting is the difference between like the narrative and what actually happens in the story and what could happen based off theoretical analysis. Gohan is stronger than both of them, but he loses because Gohan's supposed to lose that fight, one. And two, I gave you reasons why he could be stronger and still lose. He's literally stated to be stronger by authoritative material as well. So I'm just trying to explain to you to help you understand, even cope a bit with it. That's all that I'm doing.
I'm
But he
not
stated
hoping
to be
no
stronger
because
already. Like he stated. Do you want to see the statement? You keep
I
going
don't think
like dodging that.
I don't think that you're arguing the same thing as me, dude. Because I just said that they're in the same tier.
No,
You're
but they're
saying no,
not in the
he's in a
same. Bro, how
different
can you be
tier.
stronger than somebody and be in the same tier?
I said not too far behind, not too like the same tier, like 100,000 versus 150,000. And like, but 200,000 is a different
That's
tier.
big, bro. Like that's just okay. I guess at that point you're just being subjective. Like I don't know what you're determining for big, but the point is that Gohan was able to overpower both of them at full power. So I don't know how you determine what's big, what's relative. But people who are relative can't overpower people, especially if there's two of them. It's like one of them is a
No, I
different
feel
story.
like if
But
you're
I don't
flat
know
out
how you
stronger
do it.
than
I don't
them, then
know.
you should never lose to them.
Yeah, but
But
that's
if
brain
you're
dead
a
though.
relative, then because no, I'm
That's just
saying to
brain
be
dead.
relative. No, that's not brain dead, dude. I'm saying
I mean,
to
it
be
kind of is,
relative
honestly.
to be relative, there has to be wiggle room for the other person to win. The bigger chi is supposed to always win, right? So I'm like, you need
No,
so if they're relative, there's wiggle room for them to somehow win.
no, Crimson. You can win and not have any wiggle room at all. That's my point to you. So no. The
So
answer
you
is
can
no.
be, so you're saying
This is what you're not
Tao
getting, bro.
Pai Pai.
Listen to
So
what
Tao
just
Pai
listen for a
Pai can
second.
beat
Just listen for a
Moro
second, bro.
because
Just listen. No, no. I'm not saying Tao Popeye could beat Moro. We're not getting into like horrible scenarios. No. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. You remember when Gohan overpowered them in the beam struggle?
yep.
He was only that strong at that time. You know, later when he dies and loses to them, you
He's
hear me?
running out of keys. What you're saying?
He's
So
not
yeah.
that
So what
strong. So in a
so what you're
regular
saying is he's
scenario, you would be right, but the problem is you're not factoring in why he lost instead of just saying he lost. And I thought by bringing in the Raditz example, I could help you understand that you can be powerful. Like I was trying to help understand, like that there's details to this. It's not just I lose, therefore I'm weaker. It's like there's a reason Gohan lost, and in the beginning, you can see the overpowering that I'm telling you it's being displayed. Like he's much stronger than them, and then you see the much stronger. The reason he doesn't win is because Crimson, you can't be much stronger for 2 seconds, bro. You got to be strong enough to beat them. But he can't beat them because he can't be that strong long enough to win the fight with both of them at the
okay.
same time. And at the time he loses, he's weaker than he was in the beginning. And he's getting weaker as it's going on. The problem with Gohan is time, not I don't have enough key damage output. I'm relative. No, 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 no. He's losing it. It's going downhill as it goes on. So there is no chance of victory. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So he loses because stamina issues.
Not even just stamina, he's getting weaker in general. Not even just I'm getting tired, I'm also weak. I'm not as strong as I was 10 seconds ago. And then it keeps going and going and going. I keep outputting. Like, how much energy do you think he had to output to overpower both of them at once? And then he has to continue fighting after that. While they just did that and nothing drained from their stamina bar. They just launched that blast, lost, got back up, and it's time to fight again. And he's a flesh and blood human. Or saying whatever human beast. You get what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
Super
he's
Saiyan
losing.
or
He's
not,
getting
like,
weaker.
any human being is gonna get tired as the fight goes on. So it's like, but yeah,
My point.
no, he's getting tired and they're not, and it's like, because my whole issue with it is that I feel like it goes back to Vegeta and 18, where Vegeta was clearly not 18's level, right? But then people are telling. No, because people are always telling me that they're relative when they're not, and I'm like, because if they're relative, then these are, but
that's just people being wrong. They're just not relative.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just sick of hearing it.
Well,
but that doesn't do with this debate. That doesn't do with this debate. But what's it called? So wait, where we end off with? We just said that Gohan is like Piccolo's level.
I mean, the debate's over. You pretty much gave it to me, but we just started talking about stuff outside of that, and I was just saying that, like, Gohan is stronger than the androids. He's stronger than them, but he can't beat them. And then I was explaining why that makes sense, basically, I guess, because it didn't make sense to you.
No, it didn't make sense because like that same argument is applied to Vegeta and 18, Goku and
right,
and
but
Kid
but
Buu.
it's not though.
And I'm like, and I'm no, and for the sake of consistency, I'm gonna make sure, like, bro, they're not on this, like they would have to be on the same tier for him to be able to get killed like that, because those two scenarios, that excuse of stamina doesn't apply.
Well, first off, I mean, that's just two different things. But in the Kid Buu versus Goku fight and in the 18 versus Vegeta fight, somebody is much stronger than the other person. So that doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Not even the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, but in both of those scenarios, the person with the infinite stamina
is the stronger person.
Fighter.
Yeah, so it's not right. It's not even comparable.
Yeah, and I'm like, but then when you're telling me that they're stronger than them, but you're giving me that as the reason, I'm just like, hold on, for the sake of consistency, I can't fucking take that. You know,
it is consistent like, though with what you're saying, though.
No, that's why we're having the discussion, because I'm just like, hold on, if you say that, then someone else can just say that's the reason why Goku lost to Kid Buu. That's the reason why Vegeta lost to 18. When I'm like, that's not the kid. That's not true. That's not consistent. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, well, that's why we're having the discussion. But no, so you're saying that he's stronger but cannot beat them.
Pretty much
in the special.
Yeah. In the special, he's stronger, but he cannot beat them.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm happy with it. You can let everybody in. Like,
are they here?
I'm pretty much happy. Yeah, everybody's in the thing.
Oh, they are. Okay. So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty much happy with it. So yeah, I'm actually glad it went the way it went. I'm glad we could talk about it.
Yeah, I never really get to talk about Gohan like that, so it was pretty fun.
Yeah. But
before that though, I'll open it up. But before that, let me see what the chat's been on, because I haven't really been talking to them like that. Okay, let me see. You guys been having your own arguments in here.
It's just hard giving him so much shine when he never won a fight in his entire fucking life.
I mean, if you're saying future Gohan's Gohan, then you still feel that way?
Future Gohan, he never won a fight. Wait, who do you want to fight against?
Future Gohan's Gohan. So like any fight Gohan won, he would win, right?
Well, in future Gohan's life, he's never won a fight.
Like, you mean in the special?
No, I mean in his life. The character, like, future Gohan, his whole, to the point that he died, from the point he was born, he never won a single fight. I think he only won, like, I think a Frieza soldier is probably.
Yeah, he beat some Frieza soldiers for sure.
Yeah, I never want to fight.
I mean, when his opponents is like the main characters, it's kind of hard, admittedly, but yeah, I guess so.
But
Hold on.
what else were you trying to? You had something else you had to say to me. Was it about that bio Broly shit? Like he make fun of your boy? Oh man, no, bio Broly fucking sucks.
I mean, he doesn't,
That dude
but
was not a
no.
fuck. That dude was not a threat.
Before that, I'll let the people come in here, but not Crimson. You're definitely wrong about that.
Easily solvable threat.
Easily solvable threat that they couldn't beat, but sure.
Okay, sure they couldn't beat with punches and kicks, but
They couldn't beat
him
with
with salt
anything.
water. They beat him with salt water.
Yeah, they didn't beat him like the planet did at that point. The plot, as
Yeah,
usual,
so
Broly loses to plot and no other person,
yeah, so I'm
as
saying
usual.
salt water is so readily available that it's a very easily solvable issue.
I
If
guess, but
Broly
not
were to
one they
surf,
would have ever thought of. They got lucky. Is really what it is. They was fighting on like in a jungle or something where there wasn't salt water ready, then they would have died horribly. But
yeah,
anyways,
you probably couldn't beat with punches and kicks, but it
or
was
key blast or anything that's not really they couldn't beat him. The plot had to. Like you had to invent an even stupider way to beat him than usual.
it's just like when you say salt water, like it has to be something better than that. Like salt water is just so easily and readily available. That just means regular people can defeat him.
I don't know about that because like you have to be fast enough to throw the water at him, and it'd have to be enough water to beat him. So I don't know about that.
You
But
did like, well, I mean, the
yeah, I
little
don't know about
island he
that,
was on was
Crimson.
enough. So I'm like, you just gotta lure him to water.
A little island was enough. First off, that island was huge, and second off, like you can't lure him
Well,
to water. You got to put it on him, and he's like a
he
massively
walked,
faster
he
than
like,
light speed being. Like he'd kill anyone before they could even like. Listen, he stepped into the water. That's the reason he lost. They didn't splash it on him. Like,
yeah,
come
that's
on,
what I'm saying. You have to
no,
lure
no.
him to it. You know,
You got
if
to
he
lure
steps into
him.
the salt
Yeah,
water,
yeah,
yeah.
yep, like
Why
that.
couldn't you
Yeah, sure.
lure? Well, people can't. You can't get him to step into the salt water.
Probably not. Like, how you gonna do that?
Well, I mean, it already happened, so I guess
It
I have to
happened
worry
of his
about
own accord and they were
it.
on an island. But like in a regular scenario, if he wasn't near any, how could you just get it? You can't get him to just step in it. Like you die before you even get halfway wherever you're going.
So if he like came from space instead of an island like that, and then they said, but if they knew about the salt water, would they be able to beat him?
No.
Just like couldn't freeze someone like Frieza, you like telekinesis and throw salt water, I guess, if they know about it. It depends on if they know about it.
Now, look, man, you got to be like, you got a
It's
real
just like
speed issue there.
I'm
Speed
just
issue, man.
saying I'm just saying it's a weakness that's so too easily exploitable.
I mean,
If
I
salt
guess
water,
you could say the same thing for like destroying the planet and people surviving in space. It just like, I mean, whatever. Like, if you put them in a scenario where their kryptonite's right next to them, anybody's easily beatable. But the point is, like, if you're talking about how strong
yeah.
somebody is aside from their obvious weakness, then that's more so what I'm getting at. Like, I guess if you're being funny,
Okay,
then
but
like, sure. But
but I never said anything about his power, bro. I said he's an easily solvable problem. His kryptonite is 2/3 of the planet. Okay, so I'm just like, he's an easily solvable problem. I didn't say, oh
you don't
yeah,
think
these
blowing
guys
up the
are way
planet's
stronger.
easily solvable too?
I mean,
They're like,
if he does it,
like you
if
said that
he
his weakness is 2/3 of the planet, and then like regular people's weakness is like one octillion of the universe or something. Just blow up the Earth, and then most people die as a result of that. Broly wouldn't though, by the way. But
I don't think he would either.
but
But
everybody else would just
I
blow up the
mean, but
planet.
it's like it's just hard. He already died though. It's like it's already over.
Yeah, but then at that point, what are you even talking about? Are you just like what is your
I'm
point?
saying that
I don't
like
even get your point.
the issue was easily solvable. That's all I said. You're trying to defend how strong he is, and I'm just like I didn't say he wasn't not strong. I said that he is a solvable problem.
I think everybody's a solvable problem though, is my I guess my point.
Yeah. How strong do you think Bio Broly is? I saw you comparing him to Fat Boo.
He would dog walk Fat Boo.
That's
But let me
you think he dog walks Fat Boo? Let everybody in. Let
definitely. Yeah,
everybody
I'm
in.
going to. I'm going to. Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, leave and come back. You should be able to speak after you do that. Yeah, Caleb, I agree with you. The premise says overall that movie was a disaster. Definitely that. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Instant transmission into the ocean. That's hilarious. Debatable general, but probably not.
Hey, did you see what I posted about Dragon Ball being whitewashed?
Wait, yo, you got Bio Broly over Fat Boo?
Yeah.
He lost to 2 kids, fam.
No, no,
I
you
mean,
don't.
those
You
two kids
gotta
would beat Fat Boo too, though. Right?
you gotta remember this is movie
Nah, I
verse
ain't
Goten
checking
and
it. Nah.
Trunks.
Wait, you saying base Goten and Trunks Super Saiyan transformations could be Fat Boo?
This
That
is my problem.
wait,
See,
wait,
this is
wait, wait.
before the time
First, well,
chamber.
first of all, well, no, Crimson. I mean, there's no like. They don't even
It's
need the
before,
time chamber anyway. That's like you're talking
we
about a
didn't
canon
need the.
storyline. But
Fat Boo was
uh,
whipping them, bro.
yeah, but that's not the same Goten and Trunks. Though is the issue.
He's saying because it's like movie verse. I don't subscribe to the movie verse characters massively outscaling
So
I
you
didn't
don't
even
subscribe to
canon.
logic.
I don't.
what's over the canon. In the
It's just
movie.
because I never heard this argument until we got to Broly. I never heard anyone talk about this until it got to Broly.
You can apply it
I
to
don't-
all the movies. Like it doesn't have to be just the
Like,
Broly movie.
like the only time you can apply it to like when things that aren't
Bro, you
in
can
the
apply
canon
it
at
to
all.
literally
If
the
it's not
Turles
in the
movie,
canon at
the
all,
Slug
yeah,
movie.
kind of,
Like you could keep applying it, bro. It's not just one time.
yeah, yeah, because those movies have no business in the canon at all. So it's like,
What business is Broly have? Same thing.
yeah, Broly's not in the like.
Bless you.
They're like none of this shit is canon. So I was like, but they should scale relative to where they come out at or take place.
Nope. No, they shouldn't. That's just based off visual analysis and like that's all that is, visual analysis. They scale where the people scale them in the movie.
Hey, what is this about?
I said I don't really subscribe to the idea that that movie characters massively outscale their canon counterparts because I'm like, aren't they the same shit?
No.
No, a lot of them outscaled them.
I mean, all you gotta do is just look at the scale in Crimson and then compare it to its canon and be like, could he do it? And it's like, no. Definitely not. But who you guys got? Gohan or 19 and 20? I'm curious what you guys think.
Future Gohan from the special.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gohan's wiping them. That Gohan is like super Piccolo level, so he might even be stronger than that Piccolo, but he's definitely
We agreed on him being the level of Piccolo when the androids got there, like when he fought 20.
He's the level of Piccolo when he fought what?
When he fought 20, when he fought Android 20.
I mean, that Gohan is way above that.
Yeah, I think so too. But I still manded the point, regardless.
Yeah, he's way above that because
then you're saying he's above Vegeta?
Who? Gohan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's above. He would kill Vegeta.
He would kill Vegeta.
I think even boost scales over MUI Goku.
He would kill Vegeta in one hit.
He would kill Vegeta. He would kill Vegeta in one hit.
Yes.
Even
Vegeta. The thing about that Vegeta fighting the Kami fused Piccolo. Piccolo would kill him. That's basically what we're dealing with. That's how strong that Gohan is.
You're saying that wait, hold on. So you're saying that Gohan is as strong as the androids in the present time?
I mean, anything that Piccolo did, Gohan could do the same thing. And mind you, that's Gohan with one arm. So if you give him both arms,
you're saying he's on that. He's saying he's on that level.
Yeah, he's on that level.
But I think Piccolo fused Kami would kill those androids. I think he'd kill both of them. Like, and he'd do it very swiftly. I think he would do. No, I don't. I think he'd kill them very swiftly.
No, I don't. And then, to be fair, Gohan only has one arm. So I
But
don't.
he's
If Gohan had both
stronger.
arms, I think he would perform better too.
He would still get killed.
Nah, I think if he had both arms, I think he could win. I think that's the extra power he needs. But I think Gohan is on that level of that Piccolo. Whether you want to say Piccolo is stronger or not, he's on that level. So he
I
would
don't
kill
think
that.
he.
He would kill the Vegeta that killed 19 or 20. He would beat that Goku that finished the 3 years training. He's basically stronger than everybody after 3 years training, except for like Piccolo. Like that's his level right there.
So
Yo, Crimson, you still think Evil Boost slams MUI Goku?
that's what you said. Only you say that.
Nah, you said it.
No,
I
only
said
you
many
say
times.
that.
Why don't you
Only
claim your
you say.
takes?
I see
Only
that.
you said that. Only
said-
you said that.
Okay,
You're
gang.
the only one who says that. So
Bro, wait,
like
wait,
you
stop
can
acting
hold
zesty. Just claim your
you
take,
can
bro.
hold
Chill.
that to your safe. Hold it
Bro,
to
chill.
yourself.
Stop acting zesty. Just claim your take, bro.
That's
Stand
what
on your
you
words.
said. That's what you said. Go
I'm
ahead
telling
and
you to
pull
stand on
up.
your words.
I'm telling you to stand on your words. That's what you said.
You said Evil Boost slams Tournament of Power.
I did not say that. I said Kid Buu.
There's a video.
I said Kid
Clearly,
Buu.
that's just trolling, bro. Ain't nobody gonna believe that. He's just trolling.
I never said that though. That's the thing. He's just being annoying because he's got a crush.
Nah, he did say that.
No, I didn't.
You said Kid Buu is Evil Buu, and Evil Buu slams Tournament of Power.
I did not say that. I said
Wait,
they're
you
not
said
the
Kid
same
Buu's
at
evil?
all. I did not
he
say
said
that.
he said Kid Buu is Evil Buu. You could check the director in the
That's
script.
not what I said. I said that if he's the Boo that Dende was referring to when he said evil Boo, because you're trying to twist it and say that he was the gray Boo he was referring to.
Yeah, so he said Evil Buu slams.
I mean, you'd be
Yeah,
wrong
I
either
never
way.
said
Like
that.
Kid Buu doesn't slam
said-
It doesn't
Tournament of
matter.
Power.
Any
like,
version of Boo is not doing
yeah.
anything in the Tournament of Power, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just saying I never said that. He keeps
Nah,
on
Crimson,
saying
they
that,
just
and I
said
never
any version of Boo. Are you gonna like take that sitting down?
Like, it's not even
And
a
I-
discussion, bro. Just move
and
on
the
to
reason
something
why
else, bro.
and the reason why I said that is because
You were trolling.
because Boo scales
They
to
said no.
Oob.
Boo
Because
scales
Boo
to
scales-
Oob. Scale him.
Yeah.
Scale him to Oob. Scale
Here, I
him
got
to
the
super
scan right
Oob.
here.
Not Z Oob.
I got the
Super
scan
Oob.
right here.
Sure,
I
let's
got the
see.
scan right here.
Yeah, let's see it.
Pretty much every scan of Oob. It exists.
Super Oob?
Yeah, all 2 scans of Oob, by the way, guys. Every scan of Oob.
Sure, go ahead, show me.
Yeah, show all 2 scans of this kid, bro.
Which, I mean, bro,
It
like this
he's
wouldn't
wrong
even
either
mean
way,
that
'cause-
either way, though. Yeah,
Bro,
It's
Yeah,
right
it
here in the
having a
Daizenshuu.
reservoir of God
It's
Chi
right
doesn't
here
mean
in the
that he could utilize it.
Daizenshuu. That is right here in the
He's
Daizenshuu.
wrong.
Right?
Either way, he's
By the end of
Crimson,
Z,
you have to
by
prove
the
that
end of
Kid Buu could utilize the power
Crimson,
reserves
why
that
are
he
you
had, bro.
using
He's a
like
dumbass.
Z statements for Super retcon? Like you realize
Like-
that
like
was stated
Kid-
before Super was made, right?
Bro, even with
No,
God
my
Chi,
whole-
Kid Buu wouldn't know how to use it. Vegeta
my
and
whole-
Goku had to train to use that shit. They had to have mental clarity. Kid Buu's
bro,
a
my
dumb-
whole
He's an actual idiot, bro. He's a dumbass. Kid Buu could not utilize that God Chi.
my whole point is that my whole point is that by the my whole point
Kid Buu is
is
not bro.
in terms
by-
of learning battle stuff.
I
you
mean,
learn
Crimson,
instant
but you'd have to
instantly.
reword it.
whole-
You couldn't just
Bro,
say it
Kid
like
Buu's
how
as
you're
smart as
saying.
Crimson, bro.
no, look, I'm saying
He
saying
can
that
figure
it
it
Bro,
out.
just
scales to
get it
Oob.
out, bro. Get it
No,
out.
look, he scales to Oob because it says in the Daizenshuu that Majin Buu's power is within him. That's the hidden power within him. That
I guess
he's
Kid Gohan is Beast Gohan now.
Yeah, that doesn't really mean he scales just because he has the potential to be as strong as X, Y, or Z.
Bro, scaling him to his potential, bro.
and Goku was stated to be the strongest in the universe by the time this was
Okay,
all
but
said
this
and
is
done
Dragon
anyways.
Ball Z, bro. This is not Super. Like, this was written before the Tournament of Power and all this scaling you're trying to present to say, okay, now old statements
Yeah,
that were
and it
stated
all
before that
upscales.
somehow. No, it doesn't.
So you're trying to say
It does
Kid
not
Buu-
upscale. No, it does not.
Bro, he thinks the Majin Buu saga skills.
Not
over
even
the
just that,
Tournament of
Crimson. You
Power.
realize that, like, bro, you realize Kid Buu was defeated by an attack that's weaker than anything that was done in Dragon Ball Super, pretty much, right? What
It has immeasurable power, bro.
do you mean it has immeasurable power?
That's what it said in the fucking Daisenshu. It had immeasurable power.
Said it was the maximum
scale
power in the
measurable
Buu
power.
saga.
Scale measurable power.
I don't know. Do you know what immeasurable power
It
is?
just
Where
means
did
that you
stop?
don't. First of all,
You're the
bro.
one saying it. You should know what it means. You're
Okay,
the
you
one
can't
presenting
measure it. That doesn't mean that it's more than like. What do you mean, Crimson? That doesn't make it more than something else. You just like
What cardinal of infinity is it? Crimson.
Look, all I'm saying is he scales.
No,
to
Crimson.
Oob,
You
and
need to
it's not
hear
right.
hear the pushback. We hear what you're saying. Now hear the pushback. You
Okay, let's
realize
hear the
just because
pushback.
you can't scale it doesn't mean that you can't scale things above it, right? Like there's a lot of things that we can't quantify even in early Dragon Ball arcs. Does that mean that it can still be like, bro? No. Like there's
Okay, well,
higher
hold
scaling
on.
than that.
So look, but does
Wait, Crimson,
DBS?
I have a question.
D,
I have a question. Does
DBS,
the Pentel scale to the Spirit Bomb? Look at the chat.
DBS leads into the end of Z. It all ends with the end of Z, correct?
Crimson.
It's before.
Crimson.
It's before the end of Z. Yeah, you're trying to
Crimson.
tell me
Bro,
the end
that
of Z.
verse-
you're
Trying to tell you it's a
the end of Z
retcon.
isn't
It's a
canon.
retcon, bro. It's a retcon. Obviously, certain
what-
statements weren't
what-
made
what's
before Super was made,
contradicting?
bro. It doesn't make sense. It's a retcon.
Okay, but what's
Now, he
contradicting?
can try to make it fit, but the issue is that Kid Buu would still be weaker even if you put both continuities together. Because the Kid Buu that lost was the one that was without the God Key. So it really doesn't matter in the end.
Well, if you're putting the continuities
and if we
together,
put it
then he
in
would have
Super,
already had
everybody-
it.
He thinks that Kid Buu was using God Key throughout the whole fight. He's like,
I never
show
said
me where
that
they tested
either.
Key. They never
I mean,
said
if he
so
was,
must
then that
be
makes
God
him look
That's
Key.
even
not what I
worse.
said, though. That's the thing. I never said that.
I
said
mean,
that
Crimson,
he
it doesn't
had
even matter, bro, because he lost to that Spirit Bomb, which gets upscaled.
Yeah,
Like he lost to something weaker than stronger things after that.
But it's immeasurable though.
Like, bro, come on.
And even with the God, we don't know how strong that God
He-
is.
First
What
off,
you're
where is
saying,
even
he
this
put the
immeasurable? Can you give me the immeasurable statement? I just want to see it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, show me.
Yeah, for
that.
sure.
Not like it really doesn't matter, but I just never seen it before.
You said, where did it come from? I'll show you.
Yeah, I do want to know. I'm curious. I've never seen it. Doesn't matter
Dragon
though.
Ball
but
Super
never
niggas are
seen it.
immeasurable too.
Like literally, like
he's trying to say
bro.
that Kid Buu would be basically Oob. So you'd
Like
be at the
measure
same
Super
level.
Saiyan, bro. Measure Super Saiyan.
I'm just,
By the way,
all I'm
by the
saying
way,
is that
Oob
he's
is literally
reincarnated.
he's training in his village right now to be able to utilize his power. He can't utilize all that shit. Like it's in him, but he can't use it like when he wants.
And then his power is not just Kid Buu's power. Like it's a whole reincarnation. So he has more power than that Kid Buu ever had. So it don't exactly compare.
Reincarnations make you stronger.
I mean, yeah, you see Piccolo Jr. He's not the same strength. He's way stronger than his dad.
But that was like what's it called? That wasn't soul cleansing though. That was an asexual reproduction, damn near.
Bro, Crimson.
That's not
Okay,
necessarily
listen,
scary.
Crimson. Just think about this.
I'm
for a
just
second.
saying he scales to ooh.
But let's think about it. I mean,
Wait,
he
Crimson,
doesn't.
Do you think Kid Buu would
doesn't,
beat
bro.
Jiren?
No.
No.
Bro,
Nah, Crimson
then,
said Terminal Power,
bro. Bro, come on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crimson, you're a troll. Like you can't be serious. Where's the scan, by the way? I'm looking for the scan, bro. Where's it at?
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you. Hold up.
Like, you can't be serious with this.
Bro,
Look, all I said was I never said anything about Grey Boo. I said Kid Boo.
I mean, it's wrong
I
either
never
way,
said
so it does not matter at this point.
I don't give a fuck. I said I
He's
never
trying to make
said
this shit sound
anything
better.
about Grey Boo.
It doesn't matter, Crimson. Like it's
no, I
still,
didn't
it's
diss Buu, I
just
meant
as
this
bad,
other
bro.
Buu. Like,
Just
fuck?
as bad. Like,
And I'm
come
saying
on now.
this since he scales to Kid Boo, since Kid Boo scales to Oob, that makes him
Bro,
stronger
but where
than
does
them all.
Oob scale though?
The end of Z Goku. The end
Bro,
of Z Goku.
you like conflating continuities that just
No,
don't
it's the
connect.
end of Z
Like
Goku.
okay, so what about the contradictions to
got the
that?
same
What about the
argument.
contradictions? Are you considering that?
Bro.
Tell me nothing. That's crazy.
Crimson, Crimson.
All it means is that he
Are you
did
considering the
train before he met
contradictions?
him. The contradictions to the end of Z.
The contradiction to the
Is
fact that Oob would not scale to Kid Buu. Are you dismissing the contradictions?
The contradictions that he got reincarnated so he'd be stronger.
No, that's an argument. I'm talking about the contradictions to them being the same strength. Are you considering those when you're making this claim you're making?
Why wouldn't he be the same strength? Go over it one more time.
Why would Super Saiyan Goku in the Buu Saga be as strong as Terminator Power Goku, bro? What the fuck is happening?
I mean, there's just there's just a basic logic, but you realize people come after Kid Buu that are stated to be stronger than Kid Buu, and then they lose to an even stronger Goku, right? So how would no, listen to what I'm saying because you're not hearing me. You just ignored that whole thing. So let's go back and say it one more time.
I'm telling. Go ahead.
You ignored it, right? So there are people who are stated to be stronger than Kid Buu that come after him that lose to Goku. So then how would Kid Buu be Tournament of Power? How would that work? And how would he even be as strong as Oob in that case to be MUI level? Let's just say Oob's MUI level.
You know what?
Like people are stated to be stronger than Kid Buu and then lose. So how does this work now? What do you say against that?
The spirit bomb that killed him because
I'm not talking about the spirit bomb.
Okay. Yeah,
I said people are stated to be stronger than Kid Buu after Kid Buu and lose. What's your argument for that?
I'm not gonna lie. It makes no sense.
Because they didn't know how strong he really was.
Yo, can I get my
the authors didn't know how strong he was?
Yo, can I get my 2 cents real quick?
Yeah, sure.
It's your 2 cents.
Yo, but first, we got a new question of the day in the chat, guys. A new question of the day. Just look at that real quick.
It makes no sense to scale Kid Buu past Tournament of Power because Goku was relevant to his power in SS3, and he got flicked by Beerus. And in his strongest form as SS3, that's all he had. SSJ God clears Kid Buu. Like, this is not a discussion, bro.
No, it's just trolling, but it's just crazy how far he would actually take it.
Nah, I don't think he's trolling. I think he's dead serious. You feel me?
No, he's dead serious, bro. Dapper, he's actually.
Crimson, you're serious, bro? Like, you actually think this, or you're just trolling? Because you got to be trolling, bro. Like,
do you guys really want to fucking ruin my fun for real?
All right. I just had to make sure because there's just no way. Because you did sound serious, admittedly.
This whole thing was.
You gotta watch people like Crimson.
Yeah, we're.
No, bro. The whole thing is piggybacking off of what Read the Bible was talking about.
I'm gonna start waking up in this bitch, bro.
Bro, real, I'm telling you, like.
But it's just like I felt like I could defend it, and I felt like you guys couldn't defend it, so I was just like, I can just keep going.
That's the last.
I just feel like you guys couldn't defend it, so I was just like.
Bible is the last nigga you want to listen to, bro.
No, I'm not listening to. I thought it was hilarious. I didn't think you guys were able to defend it.
Bible is a shit debater.
Wait, Crimson, you thought that was a valid scale, though, nigga. You're just trying to play it off now because you're getting clowned. Bro.
Right, you hear him?
No. Not at all.
You thought that shit was valid.
Play it cool.
No. I only said the only thing I said was that I never said that about Grey Boot.
All right, chat. Well, you know that was that. Let's see what you guys are talking about. JSI Key. How do you say that? And are you new? You look new. And the manga, Goku thought he can take Kid Buu and Super Saiyan. He did, but he was proven wrong, admittedly. Nah, Jackson, I don't know, man. Broly got it. I ain't gonna hold you. Ahmed, imagine if Kid Buu and Majin Buu become one again and train. That would be wild. Random loser, what's happening? Well, if you scroll back about an hour or so, there was a debate of what the title is. But right now, I was just kind of in the Discord, talking it up with the people and everything. Also, the link is pinned at the top if you guys want to join. We kind of just talk all things Dragon Ball, things of that nature. But I will actually be ending the stream here in a second. So I do appreciate everybody for coming out. We had a little bit of a discussion. If you have Discord, join the Dragon Ball HQ. Link is pinned right now. And everything like that. It's also pinned on my bio. And yeah,